Hello, we are live. Welcome back to the channel, guys, or a warm welcome if this is your first time here. We're going to be doing some parallel. This is the first stream for me after the tournament this weekend that just happened. What an incredible tournament. So happy to be a part of that, and congratulations again to the winner. Incredible, absolutely insane plays, undefeated, to Zora there. Memento Echo, oh my god, the Memento's really expensive. Yeah, Memento's really expensive. I once owned a Memento, not the Echo, but I owned the... Did I own the Echo? I think I owned the Echo Memento, and I ended up selling it again, but yeah, the Mementos are expensive. If you look at the Memento without the Echo, so like the first edition or the special edition, your eyes will probably pop out of your head. Hello to Som as well, guys. How did you all find the tournament? I know more people are going to be filtering in over the next kind of like 20 minutes or so, but I think I'll be regularly asking people on today's stream, how has everyone found it? Did you enjoy it? Was it surprising? Did you learn anything from it? Did us casters do a good enough job? Let us know how you liked it. You're copying that Kathy deck. Oh, don't say that. we need less of those. We need less of those decks running riot in the game. Hello to Roy Pi Paloy. Hello, man. How you doing? Always loving that name from Roy. Seen him a few times actually. Love the name. Did you enjoy the tournament, Roy? Yeah, Tinkerer's a pain. You know what? When I first looked at the Tinkerer in the game, I actually thought, oh, this is a really crap card. I mean, like, it's cost 3, it's a 1/1, and all it does just gives you like 1/1 units, and I was like, oh, that sounds rubbish, right? But in the right build, that Tinkerer, as we've seen in the tournaments and also on the ladder, that build can smash you to pieces, right? If you start getting all those little units buffed up. But yeah, interesting little card. And the really interesting thing about the Tinkerer is that it's just like because it's universal, you can technically apply it in all decks. So I think it'll be interesting to see whether in the aftermath, so the next card set, which Parallel are working on right now, which is coming out, as we know, like kind of end of November time. I think it'll be really interesting to see whether there's any cards in Shroud, for example, because we tend to play a lot of Shroud here, whether there'll be any Aftermath cards that will allow Shroud to start trying to spawn and spam the board a little bit more, right? They don't really have that. They're probably one of the few Parallels in the game that doesn't really have that ability to kind of like get lots of units out early. Call the Corrupted got nerfed, so yeah. Piperloy is some made up Dutch word. Is it really? Am I saying it correctly? Piperloy. It's a made up Dutch word. Does it have any kind of meaning whatsoever? I think it's a really cool name though. I like that you've adopted it as your name in the game, or at least on Twitch. Guys, I've come up with a slightly tweaked deck. You know, like one of the things I found from, and I always find this, right, when I either cast in the tournaments or I watch tournaments in general, is that I always start to think, oh, you know what, like I see a card and I think I know about that card, and I've just like almost dismissed it, or I just didn't think it would really work for me, and I start to think, oh, you know, like are there other cards which I can start to look at more again, and just try and get like just going basically back to the drawing board and trying to take some inspiration to kind of like deck build. So yeah, I think we're gonna go through the deck in a minute. Where to find the good deck codes? Well, I'm not sure if you heard Ali say on the broadcast yesterday. She said it right at the end, but there's going to be a Parallel League podcast which is being recorded tomorrow, and I'm the guest on the show this week. So basically on that podcast, which you can get on YouTube and Spotify and Apple, basically wherever you listen to your podcast, in the description of the podcast there will be the deck codes from the weekend that all the all the competitors used. So if you kind of just wanted to, copy what they've done, you can do that. Make sure you check out the podcast tomorrow with me, Ali, and I think it's Desi as well, which should be not quite fun, a load of fun. So check that out. Free tip Shroud. Apollino. Am I saying that right? Apollino, right? I want to just say 86 is easier. Free tip Shroud. Exactly. Somebody else came up with that, and I thought it was really cool because it sounds good. Oh, right, really? Apollonio. Yeah, Apollonio. Love it. Okay, thank you, man. I want to make sure I get your name correctly pronounced, so thank you for breaking it down. It's so interesting. English people, we tend to kind of pronounce words like how we see them in an English way, and sometimes it's just not correct. Parallel deck XYZ is still going, just checked. What do you need? What do you need? Do you need like a way to kind of like to build decks? Do you need a site that can help you build decks, or like do you need a site that can give you some deck list ideas? Because parallel decks definitely is one, and then paralink. Yeah, okay. So let me help you out a little bit here. Yeah, I'll just quickly help you out. Because what I kind of tend to use, and also where I kind of like upload some of my decks from time to time. If we do parallel decks, this is the one. So this site here, I'll give the link in the chat for you. There's the link, man. So if you've not checked this out before, check it out, and you can start to deck build in here. But also, I think what's really great about this site is that I mainly use it to look at other decks, right? You can see the other decks which people out there in the community are posting, yeah, and you can kind of like filter by the paragons, the parallels, filter by cards, and you can just like sort of like dive in and just see what everyone's up to and what the thinking is. So that's really cool. And the other site that I think is also worth checking out, definitely worth checking out, is paralink.gg/cards. This is a really good site. And again, I think this is, you can find decks here as well, right? So if you click on the decks, it shows you what people have been posting, right? So you can kind of see a whole host. It's like never ending, really. What I kind of tend to use this site for, though, rather than looking at the decks, I tend to look and use this site just to reference cards. So like if there's a card which I'm not entirely sure, like for example what rarity it is, or I'm not entirely sure exactly what it does, then I'll just sort of like type the name in here and then find it, and then just like obviously bring it up, and you can see all the descriptions and stuff. So those are two really good sites which you should definitely check out, and they will help you, my man. All right. Let's take it back to parallel. Why does that keep coming up? I keep getting like a little pop-up that I don't want. All right, so yeah, I think after the tournament, I've basically went back into my New Dawn list, and I just felt like maybe I could try and synergize it a bit more and make it strong in more matchups. So the thinking really with this one, you can actually see that we've got only 15 effects in this deck, which is a little bit on the low side for Shroud. We've got 25 units though, so it's very unit heavy. There's no relics, there's no upgrades, so it's very much just kind of like one or the other. That means that we don't really get a lot of value out of the Wong shop. So when we go and we visit Wong, we're only really going to be able to buff our Wong or other units by like +2, no more than that, but that's fine. You don't really use Wong for the buff, you kind of use it just to find the cards. But yeah, sometimes if you can kind of put a deck together that has like relics and upgrades, you just get a lot more bang for your buck when you go and visit Wong. So the thinking here is that we've got New Dawn's Venerated Radar, and we want to be trying to play this early doors, like turn 1, turn 2. We want to be trying to get like the corrupted copies that he can generate, and then deciding whether we want to keep them and then play them, take corrupted damage, which we can then use later, or whether we just kind of like look at the unit and think that's no good for us, we have no interest in playing it. And then what that means is that you've basically got a card that wasn't in your deck that you've then created, like outside of your deck, which you are using to bank, right? And so then banking cards which you've just generated means that you're then going to be able to get to use more of your cards in your deck that you want to, rather than banking the cards that you want to use but actually you have to bank because you've got no other option. So yeah, we're going to go with, I think for the moment, 3 Venerated Raiders. Hello also to Fupa. Thanks for tuning in, man. How you doing? Yeah, I think we could do 2 here as well, but I think in this meta at the moment, it's fast, right? So I'm thinking more for Kathy here, that if we go up against Kathy, even just playing a 1 cost unit against Kathy, that the board is getting big, means that at least we get 1 damage on the board, and we can start to at least try and like whittle down some of the units which they, you know, she tends to spam on the board. We've got 1 Triumph of the Lost. I'm a little bit sad about the Triumphs really for Shroud. I mean, this used to be a card where you would put like 3 copies in it, and I think at the moment it's just not. Especially against Kathy, like the Kathy unit is so difficult to actually be able to get this off, and so I'm only running 1, and that is really on the low side. Of course, you know, this is the bare minimum. I'd ideally like to play 2 because I think 2 will give us a better chance in like mirror matches and stuff, just to kind of try and respond immediately with effects and units on the board. But I feel like if we run 2, almost like the probability is that we're going to run into more Kathy than we are going to run into like a mirror match. I think we will still run into mirrors actually quite a bit, but I'm just trying to play the numbers here. Like, what deck are we most likely to go up against more, which we need to be more optimized for? And I do think at the moment that's going to be Kathy unit. So having 1 is like just makes us weaker in the mirror match, but it doesn't really make it like, okay, we're only running like 1 Triumph of the Lost, so like we're done for in the mirror match, we can't win it. It's not like that. It just means that we've got to play our Triumph like spot on, and if it gets like stolen, then we're going to have to try and do our own stealing of Triumphs so that we can take it into the Singularity and then pull it out and start to use it. So 1 Triumph. This is an interesting one because a lot of people drop Malia, including myself, when she got nerfed. She's a legendary card. You can only have 1 copy of her in your deck, and the nerf was quite big because the nerf of course took away her healing ability, which was great because you would kind of do damage to yourself often in a Neve deck with Neve's Dominion, and then you would basically play Malia. She'd do like a shit ton of damage to either units on the board, or if there were no units, she'd do them directly to the face of the opponent, and then she would also heal you and give you an additional card to draw. So she was like essential in any type of Shroud build, but especially in like a Neve. I think I've kind of been ignoring her, right, since she got nerfed, but then last night I kind of thought to myself, you know what, like this is a legendary card, and sure, she doesn't have to heal anymore, but it's still really not a bad unit to play on curve. So on turn, basically when you have 3 energy, because we're going to play her, she makes another unit corrupted, and then she just helps to generate more card draw, which we might need if our hand is bad and we just need like a unit to play turn 3, give us an extra card to see if we can improve our playing options for the next turn. Also because we're running Venerated Raiders, we're running Schemings, and we're also running the Void Trappers. It means that we're going to get a lot of corrupted units, and if we do decide to play them, we're going to take damage, which then means when we play her, she is going to be able to do an okay amount of damage to whatever's in front of her, and that might result in some units being killed. which could be quite nice, and banished as well. So I've brought her back in, and I found last night when I kind of just played with her for a little bit, she actually generated a ton of card draw. She was on the board for quite a long time with all the other corrupted units we had, and she was just offering like so much value. So my 3 costs with this build is that I want all my 3 cost units, right, to be able to generate card draw. So Malia's in there, she can generate card draw, right? Our other 3 cost unit is the logistics support cruiser. When this dies, we get card draw from it, right? And then our other 3 cost unit is the Spectre attack craft down here, and when this attacks, it generates card draw. So that was kind of the thinking, that our 3 costs should be strong, but they should also be able to generate card draw in some way. So if we're kind of like, if we are in trouble on turn 3, or maybe we just want to really start to cycle through our cards in our deck, we can get these options, all of them down, and we should be, in theory, able to generate some kind of cards from them. We've got Wong. I think everyone knows about the Wongs and the Astel Glaives, right? And the Lord Halves. So we kind of got all those. We have 1 Sacred Siphoner, which we saw in the tournament was really, really strong. It definitely helped, I think it was Perp out to survive 1 turn which he needed to, and to then turn the game around. So yeah, we've got the Siphoners because it's just 1 copy. The thinking here with this deck was that if I'm running my 5 cost units, and all of them are pretty much like 1 quantity. So Adira, Legendary, you can only have 1. Wong, 5 costs, you can only have 1, right? I thought I can't have 2 Siphoners when I can only have 1 Wong. I'd prefer to have it the other way around, right? But obviously we can't, so we just do 1 for the 5 cost. Glaive, as I mentioned, 1 in there, 3 erasures, 2 PS8s. I'd ideally like to have 3, with the meta being so fast right now with Cathy, because I think if you can control it early with the low cost removal, it just gives you an opportunity to gradually get units on the board so that they're ready for the rally cries. I've reduced this down to 2 just so we can fit the cards that we need in this deck. I think 2's okay. We're going to run with 3 gunslingers. I absolutely did not. I like this card, and I started to use it when I first came to the game. But then I was like, you know what? Like, you don't need a gunslinger. Like, if you're Shroud, you don't need a gunslinger, right? And more, I'm thinking, you know what? You do need a gunslinger. It helps in so many situations. And like, again, the fast meta helps us to kind of clear units that maybe have like 3 health, which we can't get to on the first turn. Because remember, and I think Defsy made a really good point here on the tournament yesterday and on the weekends, that in parallel right now, one of the, it's not like a weakness, but like one of the, what's the correct way to say it? Like, one of the shortcomings of the game at the moment is that there are not many ways to hit something for 3, right? There's a few things that you can do to hit for 3. The most obvious one is like Crack Shot and Determined Assault. Crack Shot only hits directly. Determined Assault you can hit directly and to units on the board, but there just really isn't many ways to hit for 3. So we might find that, let's say we're going up against Uni Workshop and we see that they immediately throw down a target painter. Well, we need to try and remove that early if we can, because otherwise that's just going to control the board for them. So what we can do is we can use the Slinger, play that turn 1, hit the painter for 1, and then on turn 2 we can use like a Siphon or one of our PS8s to then kind of like remove it. And let's say that we have a Steward in our hand, that will work really well, because we can then buff the Steward with the Siphon, and the Slinger's played his part to remove a really, really nasty unit off the board. So yeah, Slingers are in for 3. Only 2 logistic support cruisers. I was running 3. I kind of felt like 3 was a little bit overkill, because I found myself in the game, like, not, like, having 2... So how do I say this? I found myself in the game to the point where I already had, like, 7, 8, 9 energy, and I didn't really need this card to play it to get any extra bank. I just needed it for the card draw. So what I'm basically saying is that I want to be using this mainly for banking, for ramping, but it kind of felt like I got 2 copies kind of when I wanted to, and then I always sort of ended up having 1 copy towards the end that I was like, well, I can play it for the card draw, but I think the big ability is the ramp, and it just seems a bit pointless when you're at kind of like 9, 10 to then play it when you don't need to ramp anymore. So I'm dropping it down to 2. We'll see whether that makes a big difference to like us actually drawing these when we need to. We've got 1 shockwave. I think everybody should have some kind of relic removal. So we've got just the 1 there. I don't want to have more than 1. This does the job where it basically clears all relics and it clears all upgrades as well. So I think it's the versatility of it's really good, and just dedicating 1 slot to relic removal means that you have more slots for the other cards that you're more likely to play. Again, we won't really play this much, right? If we're going up against Cathy units decks, then this will rarely see the light of day. So again, I think just reducing the amount of cards, like technical cards like this, where they do offer value but not as much as say units on the board, or like effects which are going to help you to control the board, just means that like just having as few as you can, I think just makes the deck a bit more stronger. I would like to have 3 treacherous scheming, but I think if it was still very much like a uni meta, then I'd be keeping this for 3. But again, I think because it's Cathy now, we do need to use scheming if we get an opportunity to use it. But against Cathy is so oppressive and so aggressive that you don't want to be scheming a lot. You actually just, because when you scheme, that doesn't really help you on the board. That just disrupts what they can do. And even if you take a card from them, they're still going to come at you. So you kind of need to be like focusing on, right, let's get a decent amount of units on the board, and then when we're in a kind of slightly comfortable position, let's say the opponent we're looking at has like 2 cards in their hand, that's a great time for us to scheme. With a strong board on our side, they don't have a good board, and we can just reduce their chances to have 1. So I think having 2 here is okay. Ideally, as I said, I'd like to have 3, but I don't think it's going to rock the boat too much. The life siphons, of course, need to be 3, along with the stewards. Like these 2 go hand in hand. The Baron, of course, we saw loads and loads of crazy plays with the Baron from the weekend's tournament, despite him still being nerfed, so he's in as well still. We have 3 copies of the Void Tramper, just like we have 3 copies of Venerated Raider. So again, we want to be trying to generate a lot of these corrupted units to either bank them, so we're not banking cards from our deck, because we ideally want to be using all 40, right, from our deck. Like, this is why we have them all in here. We want all of these cards, and we want to be able to play them, but we kind of need to be, where we can, banking the corrupted units, just so that we're not banking from our actual deck. Yo, I want to do a friendly against my Sippy deck. Thank you for the invite, Funk It Boy. I want to do some grinding on the ladder for today. Initially, I need to be checking this out a bit more, but maybe later if you're still looking for it. Yeah, but I think for now we want to do some grinding. 3 demos, 1 Lord Half. How did you find the tournament, by the way, Funk It Boy? Did you enjoy it? And who did you tip to win? You're going to tell me now Zarathustra, aren't you? 2 Honoured Steward, 1 Adira, 3 demos, of course. So our ramp will be to ramp to demo in most cases. And then 2 Spectre Attack Craft. again, these are units that we want to be using to generate card draw. The fact that they're evasive as well is really useful in a lot of situations, especially with like nasty defenders, because we don't have like the Mearcmancers in here, so this still allows us just to kind of like bypass defenders if we need to. And then one Wong. It was great. It was good, wasn't it, man? I feel like these tournaments are getting better and better. Thank you also to Jaconia for the follow. Welcome into the channel, my man. Guys, thoughts on the tournament? I asked earlier, did everyone have a good time on the tournament? If you missed any of it, then you can watch the video on demand, which is on Twitch. But how did everyone feel about the tournament? Like, what did you like? What didn't you like? Kind of thing. If anything, maybe you liked everything, and there's nothing to not like, right? How did everyone feel about it? I can't. Surely someone has an opinion on the tournament. Come on, guys, let me know. How did you like it? Was it good? I mean, Funky Boy said it was great. So I saw Funky Boy actually a lot in the chat, because I was sort of like dipping into the chat of the tournament when I wasn't casting. So it was really good just to kind of like see like what you guys were saying for the tournament and the matches and stuff. But yeah. I'd like to know what everyone really thought about it. I thought it was personally a really like a well-run tournament, and then like a good tournament to watch. Although like it got a little bit patchy and laggy, which was due to like not the production, but actually the players' PCs. So I think the guys who competed, who made some decent money from the weekend, probably need to try and invest it in better setups. Arizona Ron and Hana in the chat here.
Greetings from Mars.
Love it. Love to see you guys. Hello. Was class high level play and shows you can off meta to be successful. Absolutely. How you getting on, Arizona, in your own prime climb as well, my man? Because you had an amazing season last month, and I think you're having a pretty good season this time. But let us know. Liked it a lot. Was bad. Was a bad beat, and as usual, mulligan on last game was key. Yeah, good point. We're going first here. Ooh, interesting. Okay, redraw that. And redraw that. That's risky. Oh, okay. That was risky because ideally what we need is like 2 kind of low cost removals. But I wanted to see whether we could get something else, because we play this turn 1. Most likely we're going to need to play something like that to kind of counter what they're playing. So I was thinking then that's 3. But actually this is great because we will bank that. And then this is a really good hand, actually. This is solid. Yeah, we were expecting it though. I feel like to expect anything other than Kathy for your first game is almost like asking for a miracle. To be honest though, it's okay. Like I'm getting used to it. I guess. Still don't like it.
The fleet shall triumph.
Also handsome casters. Yeah, I thought so. I thought so. There was an English guy that was casting on the tournament. I don't remember his name, but he had like a really silky smooth English accent, and he had like some really cool crazy hair too. I can't remember his name, but man, he was a handsome guy. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. We're banking that. We're going to get rid of this here and buff. Working a lot so far, mate, away with work, so can't play today in real life tomorrow. At about 1600 we'll get there. That's right though, Ron. You know, like oh, hello. For you, because you had such a good last season, and I think you're a good player anyway, it won't take you too long to catch up on your climb when you do the prime climb grind. The standard of Paolo is getting higher. It really is, isn't it? That was like one of the things that I realized when watching the tournament, is that yeah, it's becoming all the more dependent on the smallest details. Okay, definitely agree with you. Yeah, the addiction is real. I completely agree with you, man. Yeah, like I'm gonna need to almost sort of like take a step back for this week after tonight, so I can spend more time on the guide and the contents that I want to do. Your free tip, did you manage to register for YGG? I didn't, and the reason being is that YGG contacted me today. They reached out to me and they asked if I could, if I'd be interested in casting the tournament this weekend, and I thought, yeah, why not? You know, I'm enjoying doing the casting, so I said, yeah, I'll do the casting, and yeah, obviously then I didn't register.
Stand proud, Marco.
Yeah. Yeah, the guide and the content sounds interesting, doesn't it, Malamba? In theory, we've got to see it. How you doing, Malamba? You right, yeah? I was looking at the leaderboard last night, Malamba. You're doing good, man. I was looking at you. You're doing really good, man. Keep that going. Representing for brand. I think I did see as well, though, like, you weren't too happy, from what I gathered on like a recent tweet, where you kind of came up against a Kathy and it was just absolutely disgusting, and you kind of said like, look, I'm not I'm not doing it anymore for a while. Yeah, here you go. Not played in a couple of days, done for the season. Yeah, I saw your tweet, and you know what, like, I agree with you, man. It sucks when it's like that, doesn't it? It's just not fun. To be honest, it's not as fun as it should be. Do we just give him that? Yeah, I think we give him the card draw so that this doesn't even have a chance to tag that for one, and then it gets gunslingered. Yeah, okay.
Done.
We're doing alright here though. Against Kathy, this is really not a bad position to be in, but we know it can all change really quickly. Right. Give us a good one cost effect here, Baron. Come on, start the night good. Start the night good. Ah, no. Can we use it on any target? We can. Oh, it's got to be an enemy unit. Look, of course. Ah, okay. That would have been nice, wouldn't it, to have got that one? Because we could have then started to ramp. All right. That's all right though. We've got Wong the next turn. Did you manage to register, Han? Did you? Are you in? Are you in for the YGG? By the way, Malamba, I think you were correct, by the way, in your tweet. It's oppressive. It's too oppressive at times. And I was hoping we could get like another turn out of the Spectre attack craft there, but our man had other plans, didn't he? We do have a card to ramp. Do we need to ramp? I think I prefer kind of having the removal, so we can at least get rid of that and not give him any card draw potentially. Okay. I mean, he might just suicide that anyway, like kamikaze. Let's say that.
Open for business.
Okay, this is great. This is good too. Lovely. This would be good for Kathy, but this is really powerful against Kathy unit or oh, hello. Hello. Alright, cool. We've got a 4-6 Baron there. 4-6, wow. You're not a tourney player, are you, Malamba? No. You probably wouldn't have the time anyway, would you? Even if you was like a tourney player, I think you're so busy managing the purse strings, right? And keeping up to date and abreast of all the crypto and the moves in crypto, which I think is really cool, by the way, that you do that.
We must decide.
Was lucky to be online the moment it went up. What time did it go up?
Target invalid.
Because I was busy for the second part of the afternoon, so I wasn't really keeping tabs on it. I bet it sold out like straight away. Not sold out, but I bet it like filled up straight away. Tried to enter that tourney, but awful wireless in Carlisle. Carlisle? Is in Carlisle, England? Oh no, this is rough. We're gonna get 2 fire support bases probably coming in here.
Guard duty.
Oh, we can deal with it, but it's just the fact that it's a little bit rough, isn't it?
Guard duty.
Yeah, okay. This is where it kind of gets... No, mate, Villa. Really? Okay. Birmingham to Carlisle Scout mission. Happy doing 5 a day, so if it's taking me 10 games to do that, not worth it. No, agree with you, man.
Open fire!
Don't get rid of my Baron. I don't think he can. Right, guys, moment of truth here. We've got this as well, so this is good, because we kind of need it around this point so that this can stop the direct damage to us, right? But obviously we need to get rid of these two here. So this is the moment of truth now, where we play that.
My debt must be paid.
Right. Remove that. Come on, Baron. Come on, Baron. Don't let me down. Ooh, manipulation ray. That's decent. We take it. We bash these two.
Finally, action.
Cool. Cool. Then that's gonna die now. So we'll do that. Okay, then we play that. And then we probably need to bank the... Oh, what's that? Okay, the Unseen Commando. Yeah, this is actually kind of cool, but we need to bank it because we're probably going to need this. Let's bank that. Do we hit for 8 here? I think we... this isn't really an issue for me anymore. I think we just hit for 8 here. Like, Miriel's an issue when she comes on the board, but when she's on the board, you can almost just ignore her, I think. Guys, this is a Cathy deck. I don't want to speak too soon, but I think we're doing all right. I remember, like, I've tried to make this deck perform better specifically against this deck because we're going to be seeing this a lot on the ladder. So I'm happy with how we're doing at the moment, but it can change, like, immediately. So let's see. That was alright though, wasn't it, Han? That worked out well that we it worked out well that we were able to get like a decent roll from the Baron. Yeah, do you reckon? That'd be brutal. No, we're not gonna get it.
Ours to take.
Okay. We can get rid of Cathy. We almost have to ignore the Glaive for the moment, and we need to position it. Oh, hold on, we can't do two things here. Okay. We need to get rid of Cathy. So we can do Kathy and then we can do the Spectre attack craft. This is a little bit awkward. 8, 9. Okay.
A vigil eternal.
I mean, to be fair, we could get rid of this, actually, the glaive. Maybe the getting rid of the glaive is better. Because this is just going to almost wipe out everything. Like, Kathy can slam into whatever here. I think that glaive is more of the problem.
Spectre crew on standby.
Do we need to... Let's just go for it here, I think. We're so close. We don't have to force him to try and remove our units now. Maybe we could have cleared these two. I think that's okay. Yeah. Yeah, I think the glaive was the better one, wasn't it, Han? Oh, no way. Okay, so he didn't do the side effect of the actual effect. Yeah, sure. Bringing the glaive back. Hits for 1. Gets pinged for 1. Right. We need this not to hit. Okay, that's gone. Yeah. We actually need Kathy to hit face here rather than hit any of these units. Ah, okay. We can do it though. Look, we can do it. We've got it done. Look at that, boys. We got it. We got it. First game against Kathy and we got it. We're down to 4. He's down to 4. We got 26 health here. Take a screenshot. This is not something you see a lot with New Dawn, but I like this deck that we've got here. We controlled it well. Boom. Boom. There we go. Off to a good win. Let's get back up into Diamond, guys. I feel like we deserve it. We got the deck. Oh, here we go. He says it, and say and you shall receive. We was in Platinum just then, and we're back up into Diamond, where I think we should be able to swim, even in the lower Diamond ranks. We should be able to kind of like stick with the Diamond boys here for a while. Let's see if we can do it.
A successful engagement.
Thank you, Som. It was a pretty good win, right? And against Kathy as well, these Kathy decks are horrible, so it feels like more than just a standard win, doesn't it, when we beat Kathy? It feels like a massive win. It feels like 2 wins actually. Sippy versus Arak, do I win? Probably. Well, no, I'd probably favour Arak there. Have we got our 5? We've actually got our 5 for the day. I forgot about that. Let's dive in again. I think I saw some interesting statistic that the Iraq decks are actually have one of the higher win percentages above a certain MMR. I think it was above 1,500 MMR. Now, I'm not sure how many games they would have played, whether they played the same games or not as the other decks, but you know, it's not been a parallel that I've really played with. I know how it works and everything, but I feel like if that was the case, we'd be seeing like the leaderboard almost littered with like Iraq, and unless I'm wrong, I don't see it. I feel like it's quite a fun parallel to play with the Iraq, but also quite a frustrating one because you're relying on like the units being destroyed and then spawning the little nanobots. Yeah, I think it could be fun though. Hello, Matsu. How you doing, man? Thanks for dropping by and sticking around with us here. How did you find the tournament? Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm really good. Yeah, I'm good. I feel very I felt a little bit exhausted actually today because like casting the tournaments were quite heavy. You know, like it felt like I didn't really get a weekend, but it's fine because like you're watching parallel and you're commentating almost on it, so it's fine. There's worse ways to spend the weekend, right? But it did feel like yeah, we kind of covered the tournament, and then the tournaments kind of ended quite late here for me in the UK. So then it was like sort of doing some other stuff that I didn't get a chance in the day into the early hours of the morning, and then kind of waking up sort of late-ish in the day the next day. So yeah, good man, but I just felt a little bit like
Stand together.
Bit,
this fight is
wiped
ours.
is the word, but I feel good now. Right, what we doing? Okay, this is Naeus, isn't it? Okay. That's not bad. That's not bad, but really we need like a 1-drop. So I feel like I'm just going to go hard here to get like a 1-drop. Because the opponent's going first as well. Let's do it. Yeah, there we go. There's the 1-drop. And we've also got Slinger as well. Hello to... Oh, I'm saying hello to the people I always said hello to. Season 1 and to Iraq was on top but got nerfed, yeah. What was the nerf to him? Because I think that I missed it. I was not here for Season 1 and Season 2. I kind of joined... I think I joined like Season 3 or Season 4. I joined and started playing the game in like April. Arak is the GOAT. How you doing, Sleepies? You right, yeah? Did you enjoy the tournament, my man? Yeah, first was closed beta as well. Okay, did you take part in the closed beta, Roy?
See what I see?
That would have been really cool to be part of this game in the closed beta. I feel like I can't believe that I missed... oh, wow, look at this here. We can actually deal with it, luckily enough. You did? Oh, you was part of it? Oh, man. So you've had the privilege then of, like, seeing this game go from, like, very humble beginnings to where it is now. Because I heard that, like, in the closed beta, it was still, like, a little bit raw and rough around the edges. And to be fair, it still is now, right? But it's much better in the 6 months that I've been playing. I feel like the game's really come a long way. Yeah, one positive dude said he was in the alpha. Wow, so one positive dude must remember what this game used to look like. I've seen pictures of it, and the pictures look terrible, I've got to say. It does not look good at all. I'm glad that they improved it, though. We need to make a decision here. I think that decision's going to be the gunslinger.
We must decide quickly.
This is why these 1-drops are so important in this matchup early on. Because we have like these nasty, big like 1/4 units that do require 2 cards to deal with on turn 2.
Target invalid.
Lots of bugs and super low earnings. Yeah, it's come a long way, isn't it?
I am his blade.
Drawn with crayons. Yeah, I mean, I think I hope the team don't take it the wrong way. I mean, obviously they had to start somewhere, right? And now the game is still coming along. It's still in beta. It's still almost like a work in progress. But when you compare like what the game looks like today to what the game looked like in the alpha, for example, in the screens I've seen, I was like, wow, like it's one of those where you sort of, you're locked in based on like believing in the product, aren't you, rather than, okay, this is amazing from the get-go, because it was still very much in development, which is why it was an alpha, right? It was an alpha. Right, what do we do here? Okay, here's what we do. We get rid of the Venerated Raider, because I think I want some kind of removal. We must get rid of this here, even though this is a
We must
3-3.
decide quickly.
Can't leave this on the board. It's gonna make it tricky on the next turn.
Target invalid.
Oh, that's not bad. We're still gonna be one short of dealing with that though. Yeah, Mr. Kavak bashing everyone with Arak. When ADHQ was bulldozing everything, I heard that ADHQ used to be like super OP back in the day. Actually, I hope that we see more after the Aftermath. You know, like when they release Aftermath, I hope that they release some really cool vehicles, which then bring like an ADHQ kind of like meta more viable. Because it'd be great if you could come up against that more. Like the few times that I have come up against it, it's usually people that really know what they're doing. Ah, this isn't great. This isn't great. Yeah, so we have the demo, which we do need to get to. The problem is that this is tricky because we got these that are ramping out of control in their power levels now. We need to see if we get lucky with the Baron, I think. I mean, the next turn we can play the Sacred Siphoner. And we're probably going to need to. I can't bank this. I need to keep hold of this because I think we will need to use it if we can survive until then. So I think we just try and hold high roll with the Baron. See if we can at least remove one of these from the board. Oh. Oh my god, it worked. But I've kind of... It absolutely worked. Perfect. We needed that. We so needed that. Because having to try and remove both of these is a pain on the next turn, whereas the next turn, we can just play the Siphoner. That worked out really good. What's going on with the Baron today? Why is the Baron being nice to us today? Does anybody know? Is it because I was like praising him in the tournament? I was saying that the Baron's like such a cool card. It makes the card fun. Because of the unpredictability of it. Is that how we get round Baron giving us bad draws? We just basically praise it every time. We are not worthy, Baron. We're not worthy. You look so good today, Baron, in your black cape. The hero that we didn't want but we got anyway. You gave him a foot rub. Now, yeah, exactly. He's like a dog, you know, it's like one of those dogs that only really responds well to like tons of attention. And then like the moment you tell it off, it just like whimpers over in the corner and it doesn't want to know you. Right. Let's play the Siphoner. We'll just take a one draw. I think this is going to be a unit that we bank anyway. That's right. That's not bad. Yeah, we're just basically trying to use this to stall, right? This is like a stall tactic until we can get to 8. That's why we're not even bringing the New Dawn on. Because like I know that I'm probably going to need to use this on turn 8. So if we bring the New Dawn on, we risk basically, not risk actually, forget about risk. We don't risk, there's no risk at all. It's a certainty that we will kill the New Dawn if we bring it on now. So we have to hope that we can survive until, well, we have 3 turns to just try and battle this out. This is going to be tough. Look, all of these can attack as well. It's going to be really tough actually. We take another one. Maybe we play them now. Just because if we play 2, they're at least going to be a 3.
I give myself in tribute.
I'm about to put 12 in my deck. 12 of what? Does drawing a card from Singularity count on Kingpin? Oh, we're talking about the Kingpin's teeth. Is it teeth? How do you pronounce that? Teeth? Tite? Title? It's not title. It's teeth, isn't it? Teeth? If anyone knows, let us know in the chat. Is it teeth, is it? Okay, teeth. Interesting. Cool. Thanks, Malamba. Oh, there's our ramp. Oh my god, but it's going to be too late, isn't it? Oh, Tithe. Oh, Tithe, really? Isn't this just like a great example of how complicated and like how
to the real world
difficult it can be and confusing with the English language? Because when you try and pronounce stuff, what you see, there's no real guide to how you pronounce it, right? So because it's not phonetic, so you end up going, how do you pronounce it, guys? And then somebody kind of says it's like this, and then they have to kind of they have to almost do a phonetic spelling of it so you can follow it. Gaz Nippy, thank you for the follow. Welcome into the channel. Right, survival's the key. Need to ramp. We need to ramp, and we need to have a unit that contends with something. Let's throw that down.
Spectre crew on standby.
We haven't banked anything. Let's put this down as bait.
I stand watch.
Right, so that's that's still not good. Okay, that's 12 damage on the board. But at least the next turn we can demo. Oh, Bible tax, is it? Yeah, okay. Hello to Hitachi. Morning to you, my man. He says, good job casting. Thank you, man. Thank you so much for the kind words there. I always like to try and put on like a decent show and try and put my points across, my thoughts, and just try and make it fun, entertaining as well. So I hope I've done that. Yeah, I wasn't, you know what, I almost thought like it was Malamba. I almost thought that it was like a really old English way of kind of like saying a title, right? But yeah, okay. The thing where people pay like X% of their income to the church. Cool, man. Cool. Makes sense. You watch both days from start to finish. it is one of those, oh damn, I don't like this at all. Does he have a hammer? No, surely not. He can't finish this off, can he? No. Okay, so we survive. Oh my god. Guys, honestly, that Siphoner, I said it on the broadcast, I'm going to say it again. If you're playing Shroud, the Sacred Siphoner, this is so valuable. This can basically help you survive. Like, if we didn't have that Siphoner there, there's no way, we'd be dead. We'd be dead right now. But at least we've now got an opportunity to stick in the game here, so attack that.
And tear.
Lovely. Attack. Cool. He knows what's coming here, doesn't he? He knows what's coming. Bank that. That doesn't do anything, and then we just demo. Yeah, just going back to Hitachi, I think if let's say that I wasn't casting it, I could easily watch that broadcast from start to finish, because before you know it, you've like watched one game, and like one game's gone on for like half an hour, and then like you think, okay, I definitely want to see who wins the next one, right? Because maybe the guy comes back, and so the next game is in like another half an hour or something. Before you know it, oh my god, we top decked another one. We top decked another one. Before you know it, you've kind of watched them all. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Tachi. What was your favourite moment from the tournament? What was the best bit for you? This guy's going to be so pissed in a minute. Hello to Fupa as well. 3 consecutive victories with Neve deck versus Catherine. Maybe the chance today. 3. God damn, that's really good, man. Triple Adira. The triple Adira was sick, wasn't it? The triple Adira. Honestly, I'm still replaying that in my head because that was like mind-boggling. As someone that's played Shroud like non-stop for like the last 6 months, I've never seen that at all. I've seen a double Adira. I think a lot of people have seen a double Adira, but being able to get a triple Adira in that way, oh, that was so sick, wasn't it? Okay, what do we get rid of here? We haven't really had... Okay, let's do it like this, right? Do we keep Malia? Probably not. No, probably not, because we might want this for the Naeus here. Okay, let's bang that. Six health, guys. We're living on an edge here. We love to live on the edge. We live for the edge. We live for it. This is the legendary Battle Pass card, if I'm not mistaken. Romos.
Decide quickly.
Target up to 2 other friendly units, and this isn't important for us really. We'll probably bank it. We can't take the damage, it's 5. So even if we wanted to play that, we can't afford to take the corrupted damage now. We might have considered doing it, if we could have, if the Malia, if the Malia hadn't have been nerfed and she gave a heal. But since we don't get the heal from the Malia, it's just like you just take corruption damage for no good reason. I mean, like, what does it do again? Target up to 2 other friendly units. When you play this unit, that's not good. The Triumph. When this, hold on a minute. Can he just bring back? That's what he's got in his waist. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm actually glad that I was getting worried, thinking, did we just destroy the battle readiness? But we, of course, demoed it. Okay, we still have problems here, though. We can deal with it, though. I mean, we don't want to take much more damage, really, but you know what I mentioned on the broadcast for the tournament is that when you're kind of in this range for Shroud, and look, he's basically out of cards. Like, technically, we should, in theory, still be able to do okay. Like, that's a straight up trade. Yeah, I don't mind it. We should get this going as well, actually, the New Dawn. So maybe that's what we do. 2 erasures here, and then just slam into that, and then get the New Dawn. Yeah, that's what we need to do, isn't it? 4, 7, 10. Yeah, boom. Let's do it. We need to start bringing these out. This is the late game value of the New Dawn. And then we keep this for Naeus, really. What do we take out? Next turn, what do we take out? We could take out like the Domina to immediately try and help us remove something.
We must decide.
That might be the play. Maybe a Baron as well. Did we bank the Triumph? Oh, we banked the Triumph, right, okay. Okay. Let's see. Yeah. We've got this deliberately for the Naeus. What's in my bank for Tabular? Nothing great, really. Well, we've got the Honoured Steward, which isn't bad. Malia, Triumph of the Lost. But of course, it's not going to work. We need a unit to clone. We can work this though. I think we can work this out.
Now
Oh,
this
he's got
feels like
got
a
this.
fight.
Oh, he's got the Magna. Okay. Yeah. So next turn, then we need to bring out the Domina, so she can immediately come out and swing and hit that. Oh, what's he gonna transform into? In his bank. Okay, that's horrible as well. Okay. All right. He's gone for it here. I think we can still, if this tags something, ideally tag that. Okay. That's not really what we wanted, but okay. I think we do take the Domina out because we need to immediately remove something, and she's battle ready. I was hoping that we would get another Gunslinger. Did we already use one? Yeah, so we have one more Gunslinger. Right. Not ideal. Oh my god. Okay, hold on. This has to happen.
Flesh for flesh, blood.
That has to happen.
This isn't the end.
And I'm thinking we remove that with the Honored Steward, so it can't spawn any more units. We take 2 damage.
A vigil eternal.
You know what? I want to get this back in, so maybe what we need to do is play that now, isn't it? Which will give us a corrupted unit that we can't use, which is a shame. So yeah, okay. This is the problem. Not problem, but like this is a situation where we need to get some units on the board, don't we? Because we're not always going to be able to rely on a battle ready. That's okay. Taking 2 damage isn't great, but I think we can still get by with it. This is a shame that we drew this when we'd already kind of banked everything, because this is pretty much useless to us now. Yeah. Oh wow. Okay. We need. Oh, this is not that great, is it? We might have too much to do here. Okay, that's helpful. Still not going to be what we need. Maybe we need to take a gamble here. Oh, hold on. We've got the Domina, right? So the Domina means we need to take out one of these, and then these will attack. That's what we need to do. Yeah. So we play this then. And then these boys can attack. They get battle ready. We don't have anything else though. Yeah. I think we're still gonna die though. We definitely need one of these to be... We can't bank anything anymore. I think we still die. Because we have to get rid of this, for sure. There's almost too many units for us to deal with. Look, that's a 2. We might have to leave it. We need to get rid of that. Get rid of that. There's too much here. There's still 3. There's still 3 on the board. Yeah. Too much. Oh, brutal. 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 Good game, though.
You fought valiantly.
Yeah, very good game.
See what I see.
Very good.
Now, that's what I call a fight.
That was decent. Oh, it knocks you straight back out of diamond. Let's get back up into it. We go again, as quick as we can. So no one's talking about the YGG in the chat at the moment, which I thought would be the big talking point. Is that because you guys didn't get in, or, you know, like, I know Malamba's not interested because he's not a tawny guy, but who has got in? Who tried to get in and didn't? I think it's so cool. It's like a 100k tournament that anyone and everyone could just like enter. Imagine that. Like, you don't need to have got any X amount of points, or you didn't need to have like finished in a specific position within like the leaderboard, the ladder. Like, you could have literally started playing Parallel today, right? Before they opened it. And if someone said, hey, like, you just started playing, might as well try your luck, right? In a 100k tournament, it's free to enter, and you don't need any requirements to enter. That's so cool, right? I think it's wicked. Did you miss it? Oh, you missed it, Wyatt. No way. Oh, man. I would have liked to have seen you compete in that. Are you looking to compete more in tournaments, Wyatt? What was the worst game ever? Arizona Ron. Stay hydrated, guys.
Opening frequency.
Is this the same guy?
Greetings. Well met.
I don't know if this is the same guy. I can't remember the last guy's name. But anyways, we got another Naeus, which is great. So hopefully we can do better here. Stayed up till late last night playing ladder and kind of slept in. Oh, Villa United. Oh, yeah. I didn't watch it because I was... what was I doing? Yeah, I was kind of getting ready for the cast, the tournament. But I heard that it was drivel. I heard it was absolute drivel. Do you know the Brazilian kid? The Brazilian kid is actually coming over. He's flying over to the UK in about a week and a half's time or something to watch Man United versus Bournemouth. And I kind of said to him, like, he does realise that he's like flying over and he might not get his money's worth of football when he comes over to watch them. Because Man United at the moment are not a team to really watch. They haven't been for the last 10 years, to be brutally honest with you. And I can say that as a Man United fan. Yeah, for sure, you want to play tournaments. Do you play the in-game tournaments a lot, Wyatt? So you know when they open up, do you tend to sort of like see the little dot on them, the little symbol, and think, right, I'll jump in a tournament here? I haven't been doing that at all. I have not really been playing any tournaments. I've just been focused on the ladder, you know, because like that's obviously where you earn the prime. That's what I'm most interested in. But I think, you know, I'll start doing some not ladder tournaments, just for the fun of it. Thoughts on Ten Hag? Terrible manager, hasn't adapted well to the Premier League. Probably a really good manager back in the Dutch league, which we know he is, but hasn't adapted to a huge club like Man United. His tactics are terrible. He's playing just like... How can I even describe it?
We must decide.
I think you get more excitement sitting at a graveyard and just looking at the graves, honestly. Like watching Man United. Oh shit, we haven't gone? Oh, we were first. Oh shit, I was so busy talking. I nearly missed the opportunity here. Oh my god.
I stand watch.
Here we go. God. So busy chatting, I didn't realise it was our turn. It's competitive without casting MMR. Costing, so it can be good for testing the decks. That's true. Yeah, it's a good testing ground, isn't it? I agree with that. Yeah, it is a poison chalice. You know what though, like Arizona, why did they give him a new contract, you know? Like, he won the FA Cup, but they were lucky to win the FA Cup because like they played terrible all season, and they actually played decent in the FA Cup, right? And everyone was saying, like, in the final, why did they not play like that all season, you know? Because then they would have actually maybe won more, they would have finished higher up. And I just don't think they should have kept him on. I think they should have just looked at how the team were playing under him for the last 2 seasons. The football's not that good, and just thought, okay, like he has been winning, but this isn't really where it needs to be, you know? Yeah, you know what? I don't think anyone wants to have a go though, do they? It's becoming the job which is like career suicide. I don't want to bank the Wong, but I feel like we need to. This guy who we're playing is probably thinking like, why are all these turns taking so long? Sorry, man. We're playing and talking at the same time. I mean, what do you think, Ron? Like, what needs to happen at Man United for Man United to become a great club again? And probably ask that question to Malamba and anyone else in the chat that wants to answer it. Because, like, so many managers have come in to try and solve that Rubik's Cube, and they've all basically left with their reputation in tatters. So, like, what do you guys think needs to happen at Man United for them to become a serious club again? Who do you support, Malamba? This is where Malamba tells me that he supports Liverpool, and we then quickly hover over Malamba's name. We click the little dots, and we say ban user. The mighty Bantams. Okay, I can live with that. That's fine. Is that because that's roughly where you're from? Are you from there? Do you like? Because you have like a. Don't take offense to this. You have a northern accent, right? So, northern to me. So, yeah, I would imagine that was your hometown. Not sure. I'm not even sure. It's toxic throughout. Yeah, nobody wants to touch it, do they? Nobody wants to touch it.
The singularity stands.
Do we just get rid of that? Or do we play... Do we play Spectre Attack Craft? Let's play the Attack Craft.
Spectre crew on standby.
I think they need new owners, and I think they need a complete refresh of all their players as well. Like, there's so many players that have just been like dragging their feet for years in that club. Yeah. Tea for dinner. My mum, Malamba, she lives up north now, and even though she used to live down south for like when I was a kid growing up, and whenever I go and see her, like, she's now adopted this whole, she's, like, I'm having tea. Like, she says, like, what do you want for tea? And I would say to her, like, what do you mean? Like, because she knows that I don't drink tea. So I'm like, what do you mean? I don't drink tea. She's like, no, you know what I mean? Like, dinner. I'm like, no, I don't know what you mean. Because you brought me up down south. So stop with the tea nonsense. But yeah, I know that, down south, it's like, what, down south? Up north, it's like that. All right, let's figure this out. Let's attack this. My sister-in-law always says tea for dinner. Yeah, it triggers me as well. Yeah, I feel like there's no need for it, right? that's why dinner's a word, right? Tea's tea, surely. How can tea be dinner? Because then what's tea?
We must decide quickly.
Yeah, no, you drink about 10 cups of dinner, apparently. Can we get something on here? Shit, I'm like completely fucking this up. I'm like half paying attention and like keeping up with the hobnobs and. You dip your hobnobs in lunch, don't you? Because now I'm really confused.
Surrender.
Right?
Strength from lessons learned.
But like, Hold on a minute. No, I am a little bit confused. We're back up into diamond again. Because you say tea and you mean dinner, right? But is it also correct that like some up north are saying dinner for lunch? That's right, isn't it? Some are saying dinner for lunch. Unless I'm making it up. Am I making that up? I feel like I've heard people say like what do you want for dinner, or like what am I having for dinner, and they actually mean lunch, and that really screws me up, because then it's like because then it's really backwards. that is a thing, isn't it, Hitachi? I'm sure it's a thing.
A successful engagement.
Breakfast, dinner, and tea. Malamba's just said it in the chat. That's the order of it. That's it. So, like, if you're tuning in from, say, America somewhere, and you're wondering what this mad Brit is harping on about, in England, and probably to an extent in America, right? But certainly in England, there's like two schools of thought as to how you refer to the meals of the day. And the general consensus is that North and South agree on the early meal, which is breakfast. There's no like discrepancy there. Like, we are both referring to breakfast as breakfast, right? The difference though, and it's kind of a weird difference, is that for someone like me, who I kind of like grew up down south, just outside London, like I would say lunch, right? So normal lunch, meaning halfway through the day, let's go and get lunch, right? And then the evening, that's dinner for me, right? Standard. I think a lot of people in America, unless they have some kind of like East and West thing going on, probably a lot of people in America would follow that logic, right? But then there is a rogue segment of people in the north of England that refer to lunch as dinner and dinner as tea. But they can still have cups of tea. Oh man, the more we talk about it, the more it makes me laugh. Yeah, did you have school dinners or school lunches? Yeah, that's the question. It is the perfect MMR, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, we must screenshot that, surely. I'll screenshot that. That might be worth, like... I mean, I probably shouldn't screenshot it because it shows how low my MMR is, but this is the magic number in the parallel community. -1, minus a singular 1. Don't want to confuse us anymore. I brought a Shroud starter deck to try and get more NFTs. How do I get more legendary without spending a fortune? You join a bond, yeah. You join a bond like Paragon's DAO, and they'll sort you out with some cards. So if you need legendaries, you'll probably able to get them. Are you in exile? So why can't you get them in exile then? Yeah, people that call lunch dinner. You just always miss them as your time zone. Really? Oh no. But you know what you need to do then? Like, what you need to do is, can you not like put a request in, like at a normal time for you, so that even when you're like, say, asleep or something, you've already put the request in at the time that was suitable for you, and then it just registers it, right? Join a bond that has assets. Malamba is not holding back today, is he? I love it. Malamba is taking names, kicking ass, taking names. That's the expression, isn't it? He's going for it. He's gonna put Ricky Gervais out of a job, I think. Malamba, if he carries on. He's coming up with some great one-liners here. Let's go for another game, right? We're doing okay. This deck's performing okay, isn't it? I think this corrupted card draw one. You know what you could do, Ron? Like, if you don't want to spend a lot and you want to own your own cards, then you can always just like ask somebody out there in the community whether they would actually make you an Echo copy.
Greetings from Mars.
you know, maybe there's someone out there that would say, hey, just like give me a little bit of the prime or whatever. That's usually the cheapest way to do it. Like if you want to be building NFT decks with the higher rarity cards, but you want to own the cards, you don't want to be like loaning them or borrowing them, then echoes are the way to go. And some of the echo cards might still scare you as well in price, but compared to their first edition, special edition, they're going to be the cheapest.
At
But
your service.
it's always worth asking the community, like, can anyone make me an Echo? Because you don't necessarily always want to buy an Echo on OpenSea, because the Echoes on OpenSea might actually be worth, they might be listed at a lot higher than what it costs in Prime for someone to create the Echo, right? So you can save yourself a ton of money. A good example of that is I recently asked I asked Manos. So
Greetings
shout out
from
to
Mars.
who is this? Oh my god, this is Roy. This is Roy Pie. I just wondered why someone said hello to us there. It's actually Roy Pie. Roy Pie, don't you dare snipe me, man. I think you'll still win. Like, hey, I think you'll still win without sniping me. So at least give me the dignity of having a good shot at this without the snipes, man. It's gonna be bloody hard enough. What do we do here? We bank that, unfortunately. Doesn't feel good, but we do it. Yeah, so the example I wanted to give there before I realized that we were playing Roy Pie is that I asked Manos, so again shout out to Manos, I asked Manos to create 2 copies of a card for me, and I asked him how much it would cost to do, and he told me I think it would cost something like 1 prime or something, right? Which is about like $11. But then the cards were listed up on OpenSea. The Echo cards were like, for one, it was about $25, $30. So it's like, that's why it's always worth asking the community who can do me an Echo, because a lot of people out there, most people would be more than willing to just like mint you an Echo, and then you just send them like the Prime, and the Prime is going to be like a lot cheaper in a lot of cases actually than buying it using kind of ETH, for example, because the people want the Prime as well, you know, like with the new game coming up. What's going on here? Are we getting rope-a-doped?
Target invalid.
I'm like really curious why Roy's not gone.
Debt must be paid.
Yeah, there's some like next level plays going on here, I think. That's good though. Damn, that's good. That hurts as well a little bit. Luckily we can deal with it. But yeah, that didn't feel that great. Okay. I don't think we want to... Do we want to trade? I don't think so. I want to try and keep as many units on the board, really. But like getting a corrupted unit would be quite useful as well. Possibly. Okay. Let's do it. The gunslingers don't usually last that long anyway. We need to use this actually first. Yeah, okay, cool. Unseen Commandos. We might have a use for it. I think we might have more of a... Do we have more of a use for it than that? Possibly. We might do, actually.
We must decide quickly.
I'm not sure that's actually going to be our next turn, so maybe that's our bankable card. But I do like this card, the fact that it's got like it can't be targeted by any effects.
Target invalid.
By the way, any Bond shit talking is just banter. Yeah, no, yeah. As Richard Keys would, as Richard Keys would say. Next, you're gonna be next, you're gonna be I'm not gonna go there. Oh no. Okay, I wasn't expecting this. I wasn't expecting that. All right. That kind of puts a spanner in the screw. Spanner in the screw? Puts a spanner in the works. That's what I meant to say. To play the unseen commando, because we can't trigger the assault. So that's a nice easy bank. And then this is actually kind of a nice situation there. Let's take that for one.
Target invalid.
Tao, how you doing, man? Tao, thank you so much for sending me across the comic art and the comics that you've done. I took a quick glance at them because I've been super busy. I haven't had enough time. I was casting, as you might have seen, all this weekend. So it feels like my weekend just like went like that. But what I saw looked great, man. What I saw looked super cool. And I agree, I like the... Oh, hold on a minute. Are we going to get LS... Are we going to LPC again? No. Assault. Catherine's Rally Cry. Yeah, the last shot, the last graphic that you done, or comic illustration with like kind of the Marco guy there, it looked really cool.
Every round accounted for.
I want to take more time though to look at it tomorrow. But fantastic job, man. Thank you for sharing with me, Tao. Did you enjoy the tournament? Tao's in the chat, by the way, guys, so welcome in Tao if you can, because we like Tao. We like everyone in here, but yeah, we like Tao. He jumps in a lot. He's a good guy. I'm glad that we've got Malamba in here to answer answer these Bond-related questions. Come on, Malamba. Step up now. Malamba came in here just to chill and listen to some stupid English guy do his thing. Put Malamba to work, guys. Ask him all your questions about Paragon's Doubt. Flood him with questions. Do it. Right, what am I doing? This is what I'm doing, I think. Get rid of that, then get rid of that. Okay. I don't want him to have any card draw whatsoever. Interesting. Yeah, one positive, dude, what's the deck that you tend to run with at the moment? Like, what's the deck that you're using to climb on the ladder with? Because I really do feel like sure, it's always about the skill of a player too, but like if you're running a kind of slightly like a B tier, C tier kind of deck in the game, that's going to massively hinder your chances to kind of get the cores and the keys that you want. So I'm just wondering whether if you are in that, oh come on, no way. We don't lose this now, do we? Do we lose this? Don't hit, don't hit, don't hit, damn. Okay, it's not too bad. It's not the end of the world. Ooh. Okay. Okay, it's a scheming, that's alright.
A vigil eternal.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, of course. Yeah, you bloody told me this today, didn't you? Sorry, dude.
Target invalid.
Naya since day one, so more of a tier of a D tier. I think Naeus is actually pretty solid. We saw it in the tournament, didn't we? Naeus is pretty good. Yeah. I'd put kind of like Naeus at like, well, if we're gonna do like S tier, then I'd probably put Naeus at like an A stroke B. I think a lot of that depends on how you play it though. Yeah, I'm kind of the same. Look, we just played like a Naeus, right, and we lost to it. It's strong. It can be strong if you play it right. That buff, the passive ability for the Naeus is just so strong that can be the thing that really ends up deciding the game. They always have it. They always have that card. Let's see what that does now. All right. Okay. We need to kill this. Okay, wow, interesting. Do I want better cards here? Yeah, let's do it like that. That's not ideal, but let's do it like that. Okay, that's not bad. That's okay, but I think we need to bank it. And let me play that.
To the void.
Okay, I'm happy with that.
Target invalid.
There we go. There we go. There we go. I have not faced a single Alga Core uni last days. Now I'm happy. Yeah, it seems to have like almost disappeared. I only played one over the last few days.
Silence.
Oh, we got rid of it. Oh, I got rid of her. Okay, sad time. She didn't last long. Off to bed. Night, Arizona Ron. Thank you so much for dropping by as usual. Did I answer your question earlier? Sugar, I've only just remembered. I've been so busy, man. I've been like a headless chicken. You sent me a message on Discord, didn't you? What I'll do on the break, we'll take a break in a minute. I know you're off to bed. Once this game's done, we'll take a quick break and then I'll check my Discord. Did you sort it? Yeah. Oh, cool. Yeah. Thanks, man, for sort. I mean, I think I did come back, but like, I don't think I gave like a proper solution to it. But I'm glad you sorted it, my man. Thank you. Yeah, and have a good day at work tomorrow, man. Right, let's try and get this bit done. Okay, like this.
A vigil eternal.
Right. It's a slog, but we're getting there.
The fleet shall triumph.
I knew it. I knew it. I had a feeling this was coming down. Yeah. As soon as he drew this, I had a feeling. Okay. Ah, I see. Okay. There is a way out of this, actually. There is a way... no, there isn't. Oh, I took the wrong thing out. Can't you pull a card back? Yeah, but we didn't hit. Yeah, I took him out so that we could basically go and get the siphon and then kind of like siphon this and then erase it. But unfortunately this came in and it didn't ping it, and we can't get through this because it's 5. What I should have done... yeah, what I should have done really is taken this out, because then it would be a really easy option. I mean, technically it's still not bad, so maybe we just do it like that. I think we do. It's just not ideal. It's not how I really wanted to do it. But yeah, I think we have like the play here. We're gonna do this. It's gonna leave his unit on the field, but we will kill it on the next turn. Now, this is what we should have taken out, but I wasn't kind of paying attention because I was like looking at the chat as well.
Target invalid.
Yeah.
Stand proud, Markolians.
No, that's not how it works. That's not how it works. We need to reveal an enemy bank card, and it needs to be triggered by assault. We didn't trigger the assault, so that wouldn't have worked like that. We can't just hit the unit and then use the quartermaster. We have to hit directly, and it has to be like a bank card. Look, yeah. We could have hit with our 4/4. No, because it was a 0. It was a 0/5. So like like I know what you're saying, but like the unit here, like the unit was getting buffed here. The unit was getting buffed by this, so it was actually a 0/5. So we wouldn't have been able to get through. Yeah, you make a good point though. I mean, like that's how you would ordinarily do it. This does seem like overkill, doesn't it? I don't think we want to... I think we want to get that down as well.
Spectre crew on standby.
And then I think we want to commit another one. Yeah, I think that's good. Let's get that back in.
Decide quickly.
Like, I was really tempted to erase that, but if we put this down, we should be able to deal with it. And if not, we can deal with it on the next turn. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So we would have ended up like basically killing a defender, which we could use anyway if we want to pull that out. That's why the demo I think was better there. We can get an effect back now, and I think we will. We'll also take this out. There's another demo. Yeah, here. So we don't need to actually. Yeah, we don't need to. But I think we will, for sure. Like, let's attack. It's always good to, like, get something else, right? So, yeah, let's play that.
Every round accounted for.
Okay. Right, so these are the options. I think we're going to take an erasure out here. Let's clean this up.
Protect the banner!
We've got enough here, haven't we? 6, 8, 10. We've got 10. Let's just put something else down. Let's put something else down as well. We could get cleansed here, right? But then we also saw that his artillery volley was in the bank, so he might be running war. This isn't a bad unit. We might use that on the next one.
Well done, Commander.
We live to fight
Today I killed your Shroudy ship 06. It's always so fun. Opponent concedes in a couple of turns. Yeah. I mentioned that in the tournament, didn't I? I think it was in the game that Lambie was playing. And when the 06 was just kind of like left on there for, I think it was like on turn 4, I was like really thinking, oh my god, like take that opportunity and just kill it. Kill the New Dawn. Because when you kill the New Dawn, and if you're playing New Dawn, honestly, it's so demoralizing for the other player because they know that like they're pretty screwed. I mean, unless they have like siphoners to give them access to the singularity to get maybe 2 cards out when it comes on the field and when it dies, and maybe unseen allies. Most New Dawn decks don't run like unseen allies, and very few until recently have been running the siphoners again. So yeah, if you kill like the New Dawn, they like for me, like if you kill my New Dawn, I'm gonna be so tilted and so annoyed, probably at myself more than anything, that I allowed you to kill my New Dawn on the field, that I'll probably just be like, fuck this, like hate this, I'm done. But like, yeah. That was another good win. Where's Pi? Where's Roy? I'm pretty happy with this deck at the moment, guys, no?
A successful engagement.
Like, so far, I feel like this deck's been performing really good against the Cathy matchups. We're playing it slow, and we're playing it very considered, but you know what? Like, if we play Cathy, like, we need to make sure we make every right decision, because that's our best chance of winning that, just taking our time and planning the moves out. But I'm loving that so far. So why don't we take like a very quick break here? We're just approaching, yeah, like the 2-hour mark. We'll be back in a few minutes, guys. Don't go anywhere. So please stay connected, because we still have another hour's worth of gameplay and just having a chat, talking about, you know, the games, the tournaments, life in general, if you want to talk about that, and just general banter. So see you guys in 5, he says, and then he's still here. See you in 5. Alright guys, welcome back. So, we have, in case you've just been missing it, we have been playing for the last 2 hours. I don't think we've actually been playing for the last 2 hours, right? Because we had like a fairly decent chat, you know, for the first 45 minutes or so. So yeah, we've been playing for about an hour and a half, give or take, hour and 50 minutes, and it's been going good. Like, we played Kathy quite a bit, and we've been playing Naeus quite a bit, and we are Shroud New Dawn, and our deck has been performing well. I made some tweaks to it, kind of taking inspiration from the tournament, so it's mainly a deck that's kind of revolving around like nice quick tempo early on to try and match the opponent's number of units that they're playing. It's got lots of good low-cost effects just to try and maintain board control. And the reason we call it Corrupted Card Draw is because we are trying to create corrupted units that we can then use to bank or play. And we've also got a decent amount of card draw for all of our 3-cost units, and it's working really good. So let's keep it going. Who have we still got in here as well after the break? Announce yourselves. Who's still hanging about? Hopefully most of you are, if not all of you. I know we said goodbye to Malamba, who had to go and he said bedtime, but he's up north, so I think he means he had to go and wake up. Let's do it. Let's do it. Pand Apple. HS Hearthstone, thank you so much for the raid, my man. Thank you for dropping by with 9 other viewers. Welcome to all of them. How's it going? How is it going? And have you dropped in from a parallel stream, or have you been doing something else entirely different?
Welcome to the real world.
Thank you also for the follow, Panda Apple, as well. I love that name. Are we saying it like Panda Apple? I feel like that's how we should be saying it, right? So like the double emphasis on the A, because like Panda Apple, maybe it is like that, but I kind of want to say Panda Apple. You let me know if I'm saying it wrong. Oh, you know what, Wyatt Ray? You know what? It's so funny that you talk about that. I'm going to be checking it out in like, yeah, about an hour. The problem though, Wyatt, is that every time they release like new content on Diablo, they can't get their shit together, man, because the servers always go down, don't they? And then it takes them about freaking 3 hours for the game to be playable again. They need to get that together. They need to do better, man. Like asking for, you know, £50 for the, what are we doing here? I completely messed up that mulligan. I was busy talking in the chat. That is not a good mulligan or opening hand. But yeah, man. I think everyone's been waiting, haven't they? Everyone's been waiting for like the new map for a long time. The game's nearly been out for, has it nearly been out for a year? Or is it already a year old? I can't remember when it first came out. Yeah, the first day was a farce, wasn't it? You were like, honestly, I was like, is this? I was thinking to myself, is this like an indie company, or is this a company that's recently been bought by Microsoft that supposedly has like infinite amount of money and resources, technically? Because how can they not get this right? What, like, where's the servers? Like, it was a disaster, wasn't it? Yeah, classic Blizzard. Honestly, well, really, you know what's funny, Wyatt, is that Panda Apple. You can call me whatever you like. All right, I'm gonna go with Panda Apple because I think Panda Apple sounds cool, man. You know what? Do we need this? No. You know what?
We must decide.
What was I gonna say? I don't even know what I was gonna say there. I had something really cool to mention to you.
Invalid.
Retrace my thoughts here. We were slamming Blizzard, weren't we? That's it. What I wanted to say to you, White, is that I've never played Diablo before. So Diablo like 4, this was like my first Diablo. And I really like it. I think it's amazing, actually. And it made me think, oh man, like, why did I not play this game sooner? You know? But it also, what I saw with how they were like managing the launch and the updates and stuff, I was like, man, this company, they're doing really good stuff with the game, but like how they're managing the game just seems to be a bit of a mess. It's almost like they have two teams that are like completely on opposite ends of like the quality scale. The game dev team seemed great, but then the team that are responsible for launching and updating things, just a mess, really. yeah, I remember it back in, you know what, back in the day, I used to look at that game and think, I just used to think, I'm not gonna like that just doesn't seem like my type of game. And I just always ignored it because of that. But what I should have been doing really is actually giving it a go, because yeah, fantastic game, really. We can remove that. We can also remove it on the next turn. Hopefully. This is risky because we could have just removed that straight up.
Target invalid.
I like that we got that as a corrupted unit though. You started with 3 but played the remake of 2 too. I've heard, well, different opinions here. Some have told me that Diablo 3 was great. Some have told me that like Diablo 2 was like amazing. Like, have you not played the first one? Because the first one goes back a long time, right? Because they kind of they take the development time between the Diablos is usually like 10 plus years or so, right? So like if we get like a Diablo 5, potentially that'll be in like 9 years time from now. That's mental, isn't it? That's so crazy. I've seen the third one. I've not played the third one, but I've seen it, and it looks quite cool. But I really like the atmosphere, the graphics. I really like the combat, the stories, the little side quests in the Diablo 4. It's great, man. Are you going to be doing any Diablo 4 streams at all, Wyatt? Because one of my mates from another Web3 game, he used to do Diablo 4 streams, and I used to be jumping on them because I thought they were brilliant. We've got a good... Can we do this?
A debt must be paid.
I guess we could. We can do it. I don't want to give him any units at all. None. Against... You might stream it tonight. Oh man, I might just like slip in your stream a little bit later then. Just to kind of see how it goes. I mean, I might be playing it as well a little bit, but like, yeah, probably just slip in. I'll probably be too tired to play, to be honest. We have some difficult decisions here. I don't want to give this any cards at all. You know what? I don't really want to ignore that, but we can't kind of kill it. We could kill it, but we'd have to commit 2 units, and I just don't want to do that. From the PlayStation, though, so no camera overlays. Ah, I see. Yeah, that's all right, though. That's fine. Yeah. I think people are kind of more interested in like what's on the screen as a game rather than like what's filling around the screen most of the time. Hello to Menchork. Mencho. How you doing, man?
Dead.
Ah, we get another trapper. These trappers keep coming. Got to deal with them. All right, so why don't we deal with that?
Ours to take.
Yeah, let's deal with this first of all. We need to deny the trappers.
Ours to take.
Okay. How are you doing, Mencho? How's everything going for you, my man? Did you enjoy the tournament? If you just jumped in, did you have a good time watching the parallel tournament from the last weekend? And does it make you want to compete in some tournaments in the future? Did it inspire you? I think it's got to inspire people, no? The fact that Sorar, he basically has only been playing for a few months, right? That's mental. I think that's such a great story. I think it's a great advert for the game. All good. The tournament is full. The YGG one. Yeah, the no surprise there, right? Imagine, it's almost like the golden ticket, isn't it? That you can play in a 100 grand tournament, and all you need to do is just sign up. I bet the sign up for that was like really quick, like crazy quick. What do you want to do here? I want to play that, don't we?
Open for business.
Kind of hope for the best. Ooh. Okay. Okay, that got buffed there. Let's get rid of that now. It's been on the board for too long. Hogvax is in the house. Hello to Hogvax. How you doing?
Ours to take.
Target invalid.
Did you have a good time watching the tournament, Hogvax?
Scourge them.
Just woke up. See, this is what you woke up probably at that crazy early time again, didn't you? Are you waking up? Hold on a minute. I need to ask Hogvax a question. Are you waking up like early so you can grind more? Because you know that you've got that you've got limited amount of time now to kind of get the top spot? Because I think that's what you're trying to aim for, no? This season. Trying to get the top spot. Are you? Oh man, he's done quite well here.
The singularity.
Unfortunately for us. Yeah, kind of, but I'm not really pushing for one. Yeah, I guess just if it comes, right, naturally. Just want to give Tyler a run for his money. Love it. Love it. Oh. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to see if we can steal an erasure or something. Like that. Because I don't want the Void Trapper to get any of our cards. We can deal with this on the next turn. So I'm not too worried about that. He gets another turn. Yeah, that's okay. I did touch number 1. That was my goal at the beginning. But I looked at you. I looked at the leaderboard today. You're second, aren't you? You're not too far off. You're not too far off, number 1. I think you can do it, man. I think it's so incredible how high up you are now, right? Like, and you're like, what are you running? Are you running that spammy Marco abusing deck still, right? Oh shit, he's running this? I was not expecting that.
The singularity stand.
I was not expecting that at all. I mean, luckily it's not too much of an issue.
I stand watch.
At the moment, anyway. Yeah, you're abusing Marco. I love that you're honest about it, though, right? Some people, if you ask them, they say, no, like I kind of, you know, like I rotate around the decks and stuff. They almost don't want to admit that they're abusing it. But I like you, like, yeah, I'm abusing Marco. Whilst I can, I will abuse it. Oh, no. All that work to develop it to a 4-5 gone. Oh, he can take it out as well. Oh, well played.
I stand watch.
Well played. This, if I knew that he was going to run this, damn. I don't think I would have banked that so soon. We need to start diving into here. Just trying to figure out, okay, 4-5, and then, okay, 8. That's going to leave us a bit short. Okay. I genuinely do enjoy playing Earth Cathy mirror matches, so I guess that helps. But I still hate Burn Cathy to the core. I absolutely hate everything about that. Spotter should be nerf hardest. Yeah, Spot's disgusting as a card, isn't it? So disgusting as a card.
A vigil eternal.
Like that whole, the way that it does the damage as well. Like, I feel like 2 is already too much as well for that card.
Target invalid.
How would you nerf it? I'm actually quite curious to know how you would nerf it, Hogvax. What would be the nerf that you would do? Please tell me he doesn't have an erasure as well, because if he doesn't, we can straight up just go and kill this steward, which is ours anyway. Okay, cool. Cool. I was hoping he would do this.
I hope John notices me.
We were trying to bait him to do it by
rises.
playing this and saying, hey, do you have a way to remove that? Because if not, we're just going to kill it.
Into the hydrolium.
So what, like a 0-3? I think a 0-3 would be fine. Because then it's liable to a PS8 and a slinger, isn't it? And if you've got stuff on the board, then a couple of units can kill it easily.
Next time.
Yeah. You know what? You know what Yan should like really say if they could have some kind of extra audio. You know, like when they release like extra sound. What do they call them? Like speech. What do they call them? You know, like when they release like extra speech for the characters. Yan should have one saying, I hope such and such notices me, because nobody notices him at the moment. Oh, hold on. Emotes, that's it, yeah. We'll say emotes there. Alright, yeah. I think his could just be, well, nobody notices me. What's her name? What's her name again? That's it. Innovative Apprentice, right? Yeah. This is such a use. It's not a useless card because I feel like every card has a use in the game, but this is one of those cards that's like horrible to get early on, isn't it? Because it's one of those cards that later on, if you've got lots of upgrades available, you can start applying them. But I mean, I guess you could play it turn 1 and then turn 2 it gets an upgrade on it. But honestly, it's a 1/1. You know, like a lot of people run slingers now. Yeah, freshen up, get your breakfast, Hogvax, and maybe we'll see you later on, my man. Okay. Hogvax needs to do his press-ups and his pull-ups. He's got to do his Rocky routine running up the stairs as he's kind of running up the steps as he's trying to get the #1 spot. Oh, no. He's not trying, but like, oh, okay. He wouldn't mind it.
Open for business.
Oh, man, this relic is annoying. And this is decent. Oh shit, we haven't ramped at all. So we shouldn't have cards that have been banked by the ramp card that we didn't want. This isn't too bad. We might take a yeah, I think we take it. I think if we take these 2 units out, I'm happy for that, and we get them banished as well. We're not gonna need this really anymore. Yeah, we scheme first though. Oh, hold on, this is a 1 cost, isn't it? Yeah. So that's not going to work. Oh, that's so annoying. If this was still 0, then that would have worked nicely because we could have schemed, then played the Dominion. All right, let's just do it. We either take 4 damage or we take 9 damage. So we take the 4.
Target invalid.
He's running out of cards. Pretty sure we're going to get schemed here. What does everyone reckon?
What things
Yeah,
I
here we
could
go.
show you.
I mean, he could have gone and got, what, the Malia, but he hasn't done enough direct damage to himself, has he? Okay, there you go. That's a good pull, isn't it? Using the power instructor to get a Wong. When you're close to the end of your deck, you need to get the value out of the Wong. That's decent. I like that. Very good play. We should actually do the same, shouldn't we? To find better cards here. Oh, no, wow. Okay. That's also not bad. If we use this, we're basically saying that we're going to find a scheming... Not a scheming, an erasure. That's not possible. Okay. Interesting. So this is just delay tactics, isn't it? Okay. Oh, wow. Love this card. Yeah, had a feeling that might happen. We can kiss goodbye to that. Maybe he gets the Wong though. Doesn't need the Wong. Wong's pointless. Yeah. Isn't it funny? We got that card from the 1/2 as well. So just this card basically just created value for him. Yeah.
To the void.
Sure. Damn. He can pull that out. Well, it needs to have the exact same amount, doesn't it? Yeah, equal to. Okay. You can pull this out though. What's chat going? What's happening in the chat? Where's chat at? Don't let the chat go quiet. This guy's down to 2 cards. He's got another one. Oh no. Brutal. Thing is though, this is going to give him too much card draw. Look. Okay, that might work. I have a question for the chat because I actually don't know this. This is going to attempt, these Malias are going to attempt to draw cards. So this one here is going to attempt to draw, is going to try and draw an additional card. But he has no more cards left in his deck. So does that mean that like he draws 2? Well, he'll just draw 1, right? Well, he'll draw 1 naturally, and then surely he tries to draw an additional one, because this triggers. Does anyone know? If so, I'm kind of tempted to leave that on. It's 1 for each, I think. I think so too. Okay, let's do this, right?
What things I could show you.
Yeah, that's definitely going to come in handy, but we need to be careful. This is risky. This is risky. We need to be careful here. Maybe the better thing there would have been to have schemed. Schemed first. Yeah, look. Yeah, look. Fuck. Oh, we've done that wrong. We've done that wrong, guys. That's going to cost us. That's going to cost us there. I can tell you that now. We should have schemed first, seen what he had, and then decided whether we took that or not. Yeah, we messed that one up. Big time. Ah, okay. No, he only took one. It didn't take another one. Hello to Gurks. How you doing, man? Vamos. Ah, man, I'm so annoyed about that. Ah, that's such a silly one. Because this was basically our way to get this done. And we just screwed it. We should have played at least we should have played the PSA to save it.
What things I could show you.
Yeah, we're done here. I mean, to be fair, even if we played the PSA, he already had a scheming anyway. He takes the demo and we're dead. Oh man, this is so annoying. We played this good and we just made little mistakes at the end. That's what I mean though, it's like the small little decisions that if you don't get right in this game, like they will punish you. I feel like it should, no? Because like, he has to naturally draw one, right? Out of his waist, but then this should trigger, shouldn't it? And then it should trigger for each Malia. And it didn't. I'm so annoyed. Oh, we just thrown that away. We threw that win away, guys. Oh, man. Like, it was so avoidable. So avoidable. He is taking more damage now. Okay. How are we going to get around this though? Because like... Yeah, I was thinking the Siphoner, but I think he has ways just to remove it. That's why I didn't take it. But yeah, I was thinking that 4-7. This is death, isn't it? Right now, this is death. Can this? I don't think this can do anything, but we might as well. We have to try and high roll with the Baron. I think that's what we have to try and do here. We need to see if we can get a high roll with the Baron. If we don't, then we're dead. But we need like an erasure of some kind. Like he's got this, he's got the erasure. So if we got the Siphon, it would have been erased. Let's take this. Okay, we take that. I'm happy for the Corrupted to stay on. This is the 5-3. Yeah, that can go off. We got it. We might, let's not talk too soon, but now what we need to do is Honored Steward this.
A vigil eternal.
We want to leave the corruption on.
What things I could show you.
Because then we saw on the last one, he took 2 cards.
We must decide quickly.
This is close. Look, here we go. Let's have a little look. Oh, where's the second one? What am I missing here? Oh, siphon to get a card from the waist.
A vigil eternal.
Well, we need to survive the next turn. Well, yeah, we need to survive this turn. Because then he's dead. Did we see an Adira? We didn't see an Adira from him, though. Exactly, I don't understand, Wyatt. He drew 2, didn't he? I don't get it. He definitely drew 2 the last turn.
A formidable foe.
Has he won? Has he got like an Adira? What's happening?
Listen to the void.
Okay, so we're gonna get killed by the damage from this then. Don't do it. Just hit the Baron. 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 Don't hit anymore. Oh, you're kidding. Oh my god. Wow, one more turn and we would have got that done. I didn't think that he had done that much damage. Did you guys? I didn't think so. I didn't like. How many Dominions did he use? I'd have to like watch that game back to understand. Like, I'd have to watch that game back to understand like where the damage came from, where the self damage came from. Where did it come from? Maybe the card draw damage counts as self damage. It shouldn't really, should it? He didn't use a Dominion on us. He did take the he took the Malia and he played the Malia, but then that's like 3. That's 3 cost damage. I can't work it out. Good game though. Was that you? Fupa, was that you? Did we just play you? It did, didn't it? That Malia hit way more. Like when he played the Malia, I thought, okay, this is not going to kill us, right? Because the last Malia kind of hit us for like 3 or 4. But that last Malia basically, I want to know, was that Fupa? Fupa, was that you that we just played? It was a good game. Either way, it was a really good game. We made a kind of a mistake, which was a little bit annoying, right? Where we took the demo out in our hand, and we didn't need to do it like that. We needed to like scheme first, and then see what he had, and then work out whether we needed to go and get it then. So that's kind of like a good learning. I just joined. I'm French. I don't understand English. Sorry. It's okay.
Damage unsustainable. Abandon ship.
Did we just play you? We just played somebody, and I wanted to know whether it was you or someone else. I don't think it was you. If it was, good game. I'm just trying to work that one out, Wyatt, you know? Because what I still don't understand, Wyatt, is that how comes like on one turn he took 2 cards, and then the turn after he took 1? Because the corrupted, the two Malias were still on the field, right? So if you take 2 one turn, then surely you take another 2 on the next turn with the Malias on. Maybe there's someone in the chat that was paying attention or knows the answer. You think maybe the card draw counted as self-damage? Probably now. It's got to be the only answer, isn't it? Where else did he do damage to himself?
Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out?
Who let the dogs out? Thank you so much, Roman, for the raid, man. Welcome into the channel. Guys, give a big hello to Roman and his party. Thank you so much for dropping by, man. Really appreciate it. Did you enjoy the tournament, Roman? And how was your stream, my man? Yeah. Wyatt, just going back to the, like, did he play any other corrupted units where he could have done, like, say 5 or 6 damage to himself? I was trying to think, like, did he take one of our units and play it other than the Malia? And he didn't, did he? So that's got to be the only answer. But then what explains him drawing 2 on one turn and then not drawing 2 on the next? Because if he drew 2 the turn after he drew the 2 before, he would have died. That's so bizarre, right? I'm gonna have to get someone to watch that match and explain it to me, because that is that's mind fucked me a little bit. Yeah, I don't quite follow it, but it was an interesting game, definitely. All right, a little bit of learning there, a little bit of like confusion as well. It's difficult to learn when you're confused, right?
Greetings. The path is open to you.
Ow. Master rank, Jizzo. Jizzo. What a name. Okay. This will be tough. Where's all the Cathy gone? Why are we getting like loads of Shroud mirrors now? Do you feel like people from the tournament have just seen these well, nobody really took Brand, did they?
One chance, submit or perish.
Tons of Shroud. I feel like the tournament, this is like a post-tournament effect where people see Shroud was being played quite a bit and that it was doing okay, and then all of a sudden we go first. All of a sudden you're then seeing like lots of Shroud. We saw the same in the last tournament, although it wasn't Shroud. The last tournament there was a lot of Universal that was played, right? And then all of a sudden straight after that there's lots of Universal being played. Yeah, I bet you love it, Wyatt, don't you? You love it. It's just like, it's free wins for you. It's free wins. Imagine that we're talking about Shroud, and Shroud is like a pretty decent deck, but now it can be free wins for Marco. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how long you've been on the string today, but I've been trying to make it more difficult for Cathy to beat us, to be honest. We're getting there slightly. Okay, let's bank that.
Done.
But when is it that you was playing Earthen all day today, working on a couple of Decay decks with the Battle Pass card? I came up against that Battle Pass card the other day, and it was kind of horrible because, yeah, the Decay that's hitting him, if you position him in the middle of, say, 2 Decays, oh my god, someone was doing it to me, and I was like, get out of here with that. Get out of here with that. And luckily, I was like 1 turn away from like demoing. So then I just demoed straight away. I was like, nah, I'm not having that nonsense where all of a sudden your units get like crazy buffed because of the bulwark. It's nasty, man. I saw it and I was like, oh, so this is how it's going to be, is it? This is where we're going with it. Seawix, how you doing, man? Evening to you. Have I given up with sorare completely now, mate? Not seen you talk about it much on X. I won't do any more content for it or kind of like promote it. I still play it from time to time, but yeah, pretty much moved away from it now, and it's been one of the best decisions I've made. Yeah, absolutely. Like really getting involved in Parallel now, enjoying it a lot more. Community's fantastic. The company's really supportive. What am I doing here? Yeah.
Debt must be paid.
Are you still playing it? I mean, when I log into it, the whole thing looks completely different.
I stand.
I mean, I guess I'm not used to the interface as much because I play it so casually, but I finished 11th midweek classic and got a tier 2 in Div 1. Laugh my arse off. Classic is so finished, £7 card, yeah. Like, that's to be brutally honest with you, that was one of the reasons I started to move away from the game. It's just too much work and too much effort for like basically nothing. You know, like, it's not worth my time. I've mentioned it before. I think the concept of the game is great, and I want it to do good. I really do. I want it to be a success, but it's also, like, in a position where, we talked about it before, it hasn't addressed the market supply issue of demand and supply. That issue is still there, and that kind of worries me that they haven't really addressed it properly. By design, they've killed Classic because there's no money in it for them. Yeah. All they want to do is push everyone to buy the in-season cards, don't they? Yeah. And like, with the rewards being so crap in Classic, people are going to think, okay, well, I have to go into in-season to start making it worth my while, right? Because I'm competing in Classic, it's not worth it. There's no decent prizes here. So I just buy the new cards and then start competing for cash, right? But, I mean, where do they go, Seawix, if, like, this doesn't work? Because when they released the new format, I remember, you know, we spent a lot of time going through the new format. And in theory, it sounded like a really good plan. But if this doesn't work, because obviously it sounds like it's not working, then it's gonna kill the game's ability to grow. Because people are going to find that they're lumped with cards that are classic that then don't win really anything. And so then each year you're going to have more and more cards that are not really able to win anything worthwhile. You won't really be able to trade them that much, you know, because, you know, it's classic, right? Just a little bit concerning, I think. But I mean, they're smart people, so... Oh my god. What? Did you see this? Oh my god, it just generated us this here. Oh wow, what a roll. Oh, so that was you then. The damage I took was 0 card for the picks at the end of the games. Count for Malia increases the damage, yes, because the damage received increases my relic. Well, there you go. Thank you, Fupa. Thank you. Wasn't aware of that. I wasn't aware that the damage you take from having no cards in the deck counts as damage taken. It makes sense, right? Because it's damage taken, but I just thought it doesn't count in that way. But yeah, that's why the Malia could do so much, man.
We must decide quickly.
Why did you, Fupa, on one turn, why did you draw 2 cards, but then the turn after, you only drew 1? So when you was out of cards in your deck, there was 1 turn where you drew 2, but then the turn after you drew 1. And you had both Malias on the board still. Yeah, that's true actually, Seawix, yeah. I tried to warn them. I tried to warn, not sorare, but I tried to warn like the community that you know, like, you know what it's like in the UK. Like the gambling commission, they're so uptight. They're like not, they're not like progressive thinking. So anything that's kind of like crypto that is actually a smart crypto utility case, they'll just look at it and think it's crypto. So it must be like a scam. It must be gambling. So we're not going to give it a license, right? And we don't authorize it. We haven't authorized it to do what it's been doing. They're exactly like that. I would not be surprised if Sorare lose it at all, honestly. Okay, we have to do something here. Here we go. Wow, we could actually take corruption damage here. Okay, we need to be killing it and hoping we get what? An erasure? No, but then we shouldn't be killing it. Let's go like this here. Wow, that's decent.
Open for business.
We take an effect and we take earn.
Target invalid.
That was a decent Adira. It's probably going to drag on for a bit though. My full gallery is MLS in season. It was worth 400 4 months ago, £140 now. Yeah, because it's at the end of the season, isn't it? What are you going to do, Seawix? Oh, I knew he had a triumph. Yeah, he copies that. An erasure. Very good. Seawix, what are you going to do? Are you going to just hold on to those cards, or are you going to cut your losses and sell them? Because obviously next season they'll be classic, but then it's a case of, well, do you want to be competing for £7, £6 and less rewards? Yeah. I just reached the point where I'd been playing for like three or so years, 3.5 years. I think the game is really good as a concept. I just don't think that they've really figured out the best business model yet that suits them and suits like the players. And I just felt like it felt like the players were getting the hard, what's the expression? The short straw each time. We can technically get rid of that. Oh my god. No. Oh, disgusting. Disgusting.
Samples.
Consequences.
This is so disgusting. Love it. Adira into Adira. There you go, guys. We couldn't do the Adira into the Adira into another Adira, but we got the Adira into the Adira. That was a lot of Adiras said there. We got the double Adira done. And we get a nice little board clear as well. I spoke to a couple of other people about this CWIX, and they've all said the same.
Target invalid.
That they don't get the same buzz. I was talking to a guy that used to jump on the streams all the time, and he said to me, like, the thing that he used to love about sorare was like trading like players. So like trading like good players where you thought, okay, they're too cheap, you buy them really low, you expect them to do really well, and then they do. And scouting, it's like finding like some random 17-year-old in the middle of, like, say, the Bolivian league or whatever, and then looking at the data and like looking at how he's doing and seeing that there's more to his like scoring potential. And it's so, like, you pick him up and then you either sit on him, wait for him to develop, or you sell him when he starts to play and do well. And they were like, that just doesn't really seem to happen that much anymore. The emphasis on that is not there. It's more like just buy the new season cards and just try and buy the best players. And even the trading has really dried up. It's a shame, man. Yeah, do you remember that buzz you used to get when your player got a 75 and you realised you might win something mega? Yeah, man. Yeah, getting like 500 plus points just to win something significant that's worthwhile just is not the way. Sugar.
We must decide quickly.
We must. Yeah, we got to.
Listen to the
Completely
voice.
played that out of panic. Hoping that it gets rid of that. No, hit this one. Ah, man, we so screwed that. Wasn't paying attention. That's alright, man. It's okay. Yeah, it's alright. It's good. I don't mind what chat we talk about. You know, it's nice just the chat, you know, as well. And yeah, like I'm sure lots of people have been wondering about where I'm at with Sorare. And like, has he got 9 cards? He's got 9 cards left in his deck. Because we stole a lot of them. That's significant. Okay, now I have to play proper because we've got a good chance of winning with him only having 9. Yeah, I wanted this to be avoided, where he can take our Wong. He probably plays the Wong whilst he's only got 9 cards left, again, to get the value out of it. Yeah. What's going on? Like, what's happening? Like, how do the rest of people in Sorare feel, Seawix? Like, because I don't keep up with the community, like, sentiment anymore, you know? Because I've just moved on to what I think is a bigger and better, much more rewarding game. Because I basically, to put it in perspective, when we play this game, we make about, say, £6-7 at the moment a day, and we're not even that high up. So, and it's just a fun game as well. You're banned from SO5. Was this one of those like blanket bans where like you didn't do anything wrong, but then all of a sudden like you're banned out of nowhere? We've all had them, even me. Can you imagine? Like I was making content for them, and all of a sudden I like woke up and I was like banned, and I was like, why? What are you doing? Like, why? We don't need that. Do we need that? Last time we said that we wouldn't need it, and then we kind of did. I mean, like, we have to demo here. Can't allow him to have any more value. Let's bank it. Let's be done with it. Oh, don't get me started on that, Seawix. No, I'll be here all night. But you know what? It's like, it's a game that has so much potential, isn't it? And it's football. It's football, basketball, and baseball. Like 3 of the sports which are some of the most popular in the world, especially football. I mean, it's the most popular sport in the world. And the NFT aspect to it, the ownership aspect, is like, makes so much sense here, right? But it's just not, it's been done in a way where nobody wants to be owning the cards because they're worth shit, aren't they? They're worth shit. Just heard about this game. Seems strange. What, this game that we're playing right now? Yeah, okay. What seems to be strange about it? Maybe we can help you out a little bit. Where's his unseen allies? Does he not have them? Okay, we need to get this going. Yeah, so okay, so you're new to TCGs. Cool. You know what, NSS? I remember when I was new to TCGs, right? And I think it's very easy for like people to get like tunnel visioned and to get like blind to what it's like to be a new player to this type of game.
Is open to
so yeah, to put it in a really basic explanation, this is a card game, and it's a card game that you can play free to play, and you need no money whatsoever to play it entirely. You can become the #1 top player in the world if that's what your ambitions are, and you don't need to spend a penny in the game, right? You can collect all the cards in the game completely for free, okay? But there's also another part to this game where the game is powered through the blockchain, and so you can also own the free cards as like digital collectibles, the NFTs. And if you own 40 of them, because you need 40 cards in a deck to play with, if you own 40, then you can basically earn a nice amount of prime. And prime is like the money that you can earn in the game. Off now, Scout. Have a good stream, mate. Thank you, Seawix. I really appreciate it. Good to see you again. Okay, so he drew the unseen allies, which means that we are going to get flooded on the board in a minute. Yeah, thank you for dropping by, Seawix, man. I love to catch up with you a bit more on the next one. Oh, he's got the synchronicity. What? Wow, he high rolled the synchronicity so he can copy another Baron. That's madness, that is a madness. This is oh shit, look, here we go, 10-4. So a 0 cost 10-4. Oh man, this is so rough. We're gonna get done dirty like this now. Yeah, you should definitely be playing this game. If you want to give this game a go, by the way, NSS, like, there's no reason not to give this game a go, because as I say, it's like completely free. If you use the link in the chat, it should be pinned to the top of the chat, then... Oh man, I don't think that was the right decision. Oh my god. If you use the link pinned to the top of the chat, then you will be able to claim 2 free packs when you sign up, and you can start giving the game a go. It's fantastic. Honestly, this game is like on a trajectory that's going all the way to the moon. It's going to be one of the biggest, in my opinion, one of the biggest and the best TCGs out there for years to come. So this is really the time to give it a go. You're still not late. You're still not too late to try this. The game is only just really starting to gain traction. It's just like a really good time to get in. We have a big turn here. What does he have in here? Okay, we're a little bit forced to do it, aren't we? Are we forced to do it? I guess we are, right? Yeah, well, you know what though? Like, I agree. Those complaints about the UI are correct, because when I first started playing this game, a lot of people don't know this, right? But when I first started playing this game, and even today, I'm not sold on this as a UI. I don't think it's that great. I don't think it's that exciting. I think it's a little bit dull and bland, and everything's too small. It's just a pain to see stuff. But when I first started, before I first started playing this game, I initially looked at this game and I was like, wow, it's like a sci-fi card game. So I love TCGs anyway, and I love sci-fi. And I was like, and it's also play to earn and free to play. And it's like one of those unique games, because there's literally so few of them in the space.
Must be paid.
Most of the time when the game says it's free to play and play to earn, you're like, well, what's the catch, right? Because there's usually like, it's free to play, but it's not really free to play everywhere, right? Because then it sort of like paywalls you, right? And then you're kind of forced to start paying to play it properly. Whereas like this game is like 100% free to play, like 100%. But the game's so good that people want to play it to earn with it, because the earnings you can make from it are also really good as well. And so I was like, wow, this is like got everything that I want from this type of game. But then I started to play the game and it didn't grab me. and I was really not, I did not fall in love with the look of the game, you know, like the UI. So I was kind of like you a little bit. And, oh shit, hold on. Oh, hold on. We've got an opportunity here. Oh, we've got an opportunity. Hold on. We have an opportunity. This was the last card he played. He played the Baron, right? Yeah, I think he played the Baron. We've got to get this right. Yeah, we've got to get this spot on.
A debt.
What was the last effect he played? Oh, it was the Unseen Allies, wasn't it? Okay, but if this was the last card, which I think it was, then we can get the Baron, then trigger Baron Triumph, then maybe get something to deal with these two units here. I think it's our only play.
Target invalid.
Let's do it. Yeah, it was the Baron. It was the Baron. And look, we can do the synchronicity. Oh my god, this guy is strap in. NSS, strap in. We could do something great here. Oh my god. Give it to me. Do it. Do it. Do it.
To the real world.
Okay, we're only going to get a 4-4 because we've only got, well, it's going to be a 3-3 actually. We can take that out though. Fire everything is going to give us a total of 3 cards here, and we can play them for free if they're effects as well. Here we go. Oh my god, we got the demo. Are you kidding? All right, so this needs to go into that. This needs to go into that. Cool. Then we need to scheme him. There's a lot to do here. We need to take that away. He also has the... Oh, no, look. Okay, but if we take this away... His Triumph will copy what? His Triumph will copy the Baron. We can't allow that. We've got to take that. Damn it. That's not really what we wanted to take, but we can't allow him to get another Baron. Okay. And then let's just do that. Because our last effect was a scheme, wasn't it? And I don't want him to potentially get that again. Okay. That was, yeah, if you're like NSS, that's probably a little bit confusing because there's a lot to get your head around with this game, but once you do, it will click really quickly. But essentially, this is one of the most powerful, this is like a legendary card. And so this is a card where when you play effects or spells, then it will play a random one with the same cost. And in that situation there, our opponent played this card, which kind of meant that we could play a card which would get a copy of that. And then, oh, okay, so he done it. I wondered whether he was going to do that. Okay. But he's got 3 cards left. How many Unseen Allies has he used? There's one. There's only one in there. I need him to draw the Unseen Allies. I need him to draw it. Okay. Right, decisions. We've got all of those. Okay. I'm not sure that was the right decision, actually. We could have got the Wong. Was AFK just a sec? My bad. If I missed anything. It's alright, yeah. No, you missed like a pretty crazy play. It's probably too difficult to explain, but yeah, it kind of went our way and it also didn't, because then the opponent basically board cleared and we lost our units. which he might be able to start playing with, but yeah, it's a little bit tricky for us still. We don't really have many good options here, apart from... Yeah, I mean, what else can we do here? Okay.
We must decide quickly.
Oh shit, that might have been a mistake. We'll check that in a minute. Okay, what double effect are we going to get here? Right, trusty belt, no. Adira is a big problem. This is a slight problem, but this is more of a problem. So we have to take it. No! Okay. So we have to kill this. No, we can kill this actually. That's worked out good. We kill this, we get a card. Okay. How many people play this at the moment? I think there's about, the last time they gave the numbers out, I think there's about 300,000, 300 to 400,000 that are playing it at the moment, give or take. It's pretty good for like a beta. And the team are like, every month they're releasing new cards, they're releasing new improvements all the time. There's a new expansion pack with a whole bunch of new cards coming out, about 100 or so new cards. I think it's over 100 actually, and that'll be out at the end of November. So that's going to really mix up like the meta and make the game play much differently. Whole new cards are going to change the decks that you can build. So everyone's really looking forward to it. The esports scene is really kicking off as well. There was a tournament on the weekend, NSS, where it was the first ever major tournament for Parallel, and we got our first champion, and he ended up winning $20,000. But the total prize pool was $50,000, so the rest of the guys that played, the remaining $30,000 got divvied up. And then there's a $100,000 tournament happening this weekend, which anybody could play, and the sign-ups for that were today. So, oh yeah, all the momentum is building with this game. Gonna spam red games, time to abuse. Do it, Hogvax, just as long as you don't queue with me. Because if you queue with me, I'm gonna be so pissed that we have to play through you, which we're obviously gonna struggle to do. Okay. So what's the deal here? So he's gonna start to take damage. I wasn't really paying attention there. Okay. Interesting. He's out of cards right now. How many unseen allies has he played? I feel like he's only played one. He surely doesn't have one unseen allies, does he? Or was the last one the last card in his deck? I mean, we don't have a scheming anyway. Like, we don't have a scheming, which is kind of... There's nothing for us to steal, actually, with the Adira. Why did we take the Adira? There's nothing to steal. Stupid. Okay. Let's do it like that. That wasn't actually smart. That was not smart to take that out. At all.
I stand watch.
That was bad, actually. Yeah, guys like Hogvax and Funkit Boy, NSS is like really new to this game. He's just started to hear about it today. Well, recently. So yeah, let's welcome him in. Well, he hasn't started to play it yet. We just started to hear about it. Huh. What's our next card that we need to take? Okay. Well, less than an hour ago. There you go. Less than an hour ago. I got to focus here a little bit because this is kind of important now, isn't it? This is where shit can go wrong. Okay. 4-3. We shouldn't really play anything, really. I mean, whatever we do play needs to kind of be... Can't steal anything. 2 Adiras that we can't use, that's tragic.
I stand watch.
I'm hoping that this guy doesn't have any more demos and stuff. Okay. And then do we play this? We might as well play this, right? Oh man, it was, yeah, the muster was disabled. Alright, we get another unit down. It's fine. Guys, this is the crucial moment. This is a master player, by the way. This is like a master player. Interesting. Interesting. Right. Is it? Don't tell me that this guy's sitting on an unseen allies. I'm gonna be so pissed if he's sitting on an unseen allies. Okay, I'm not in any rush here whatsoever, with us being on 9 health to start getting loads more new cards. I think we do want to get something decent down. Like that. And that. We could use this. But it's risky because we don't get anything from it. We need to use this last when we're just looking for 2. What was the last thing he played? I can't remember the last unit he played. Let's hold on to this. We don't need to use it at the moment. We just need to play the long game here. Yeah. So next turn he takes 8 damage. So he needs to beat us this turn. He shouldn't be able to do it. Okay. I'm actually kind of happy that we didn't play the Adira there, because then he would have... Yes! Let's go. Let's go, guys. Oh, wow, look at the time as well. I've only just seen the time. My God. I think that's probably our last game, but what a way to win, beating a master. Wow. Where is Jizzo? We'll have a look to see where he is in the leaderboard. That's a huge win to end the stream. And I think we played it well. Did make a little mistake at the end, bringing out the Adira, but it didn't cost us. Massive win. Where is he? In the rankings. By the way, Hogvax. Hogvax is here. Look, we got Hogvax in the chat, and Hogvax is 2nd in the world right now in the rankings. So I just want to point that out to everyone. That like Hogvax in the chat is absolutely smashing it. He knows his stuff in the game really well. Where's Jizzo? There he is there, Jizzo. 38th. Cool. God, guys, do you remember when we was up here? Do you remember when we was kind of like 30th and 25th? We're gonna have to try and get back up there again. It's gonna be a long grind. All right, let's go and open this, and then I think we will call that one a night. There are quite a bit of learning resources, yeah. So YouTube's pretty good. Ali Strauss has got a good starter guide. Yeah, jump on my streams as much as you can. We'll try and explain as much as we can as we go to beginners. I'm currently working on a beginner guide. There's already one I've completed. The other one I'm working on right now. That'll be out soon. Twitter, if you're on Twitter as well, make sure that you follow me on Twitter. Follow, basically type parallel in and just try and follow as many accounts as you can. That will help you out a lot. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff, man. NSF I usually stream every day, apart from Wednesdays and the weekends, but this is a big message for everyone. I won't be streaming for the rest of the week because I do need to work on this guide that I just mentioned. I need to get it to the stage where I want it to be. So yeah, the evening streams that we do usually tomorrow, Thursday and Friday, they're not going to happen for this week. And then I'll be casting the 100k tournament this weekend, which I'm really excited for. And I'll also be on Ali Strauss's podcast tomorrow, the Parallel League podcast, actually, with Ali and Devsy. So if you want to, for example, NSS, if you want to learn more, then I would recommend that you join the podcast tomorrow. You can't, no, literally, the sign up for it was today, and it signed out. It was like full immediately, because imagine it was like a 100k tournament that anybody could join. Anybody, no requirements whatsoever. Even if you've never played the game, you could sign up for it. Your grandma could sign up for it. Your dog could sign up for it. So obviously a lot of people signed up for it, and it signed out quick. But don't worry, because there's going to be lots more tournaments. They happen all the time. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for today. I thought it was a really good stream. I'm really happy with how our deck is performing as well. I mean, we only played a handful of games, but I think we climbed quite a bit. We got back up into diamond rank, which is really nice. And we got our prime rank, our prime earnings up a little bit more as well. So NSF, this prime here, this is what you're earning daily, and this is crypto, which is actually worth real money, and you can cash it out for real money. So this here, this number of like 104.633 is what I've earned in total in the 5 months I've been playing the game, and that is about $1,200, $1,100, which for playing a game that you're already going to play and you love anyway is a really nice little earner. So yeah, but if you've got any questions, where's my Twitter feed? Can I put my Twitter tag in here? Hold on a sec. If you've got any questions, or if something's not clear, then where's my Twitter? Let me go and just copy this in. Make sure you follow me on Twitter. I'll be happy to help you and anyone else. Yeah, that's it. All right, guys. Should we go and raid somebody? Let's go and raid somebody. Who do we raid, guys? You tell me, and then we'll go and raid them. I'll tell you who's available, and then we can go and jump into their stream, their parallel stream, and we can watch more stuff. Zelly's the only one that's playing at the moment. All right, let's go and raid Zelly here. Thanks so much, guys. I'll catch you on the next one. Make sure you jump on this raid actually as well, so accept the raid invite. We're going to jump over to Zelly. Let's try and give him as many views as we can, guys. You'll see me in there as well.